is, if you look pretty and everybody liked you, that man would do everything if he felt that you was too above him and you look better and he get too many compliments by being with you. So you're gonna feel like the prize that woman is low. She's beneath you. If something that God said I made something better, then why would you want something better to be your equal? You would have to come out of your shell as you brought me out. You taught me how to be me, even if you was mean. And whatever you did, I'm saying to the world, if that man was made to be something, you should want to wait and move yourself back so you can be able to learn to be a better version of you, so you can learn your self respect. My self respect is not the same for any woman down here. No man and no woman is equal to me nowhere on the face of this earth. Nowhere. No how. Never. At all. Nobody is in competition with who? How can I be in competition with any of you down here? I'm not in competition. I didn't even know y'all was playing somewhere. I didn't even know you was looking at me like that to see. Y'all saw where I came from. You saw me from back there. The ones that saw, you saw me kept going. You saw me had to keep going and keep in my head. You saw me when I lost my way. You saw me when I wasn't at my best. Y'all saw me when I was down there. Y'all saw things get taken away from me. You saw when I had to bury my loved ones. Y'all saw me see me standing and still smiled. You still saw me courageously because the ones that I took care of, I did it to the end. Those was the ones that still smiling on me. So whatever was taken from me through this world, through you, whatever it was, I'm still smiling because those ones are still grateful. Those are the ones that brought me through. So if you're doing certain things and you think the enemy can't get you to tell them yourself, and then you think that my people can't see you, they're talking to you and as they're using me. And I'm telling you, you shouldn't have played with me no type of way. All you did was woke me up and brought me back to me. So I say thank you. And I thank you honestly and immensely because you did everything just respectfully, respectfully. You respected me disrespectfully in a very genius, kind of manipulative, backwards, mind twisted, even encrypted, two-headed, beast-like type of crippling, disturbable type of way. Well, what was the respectful part? Because you didn't do it in my face. You thought you did, and you did. Some of you did, and I seen you, and you said, "Well, how come she didn't do something? I bet she didn't see that. So she saw. She's weak. If that was me, I would have popped off, and you would have, and I would have too. Guess what? I outgrew that a long time ago. So you know when you outgrow yourself, and you said, "Well, oh, she used to be." I know I wasn't a pop off. I did everything still in reason. I still wasn't compared to none of you. That's not me being better and I think I'm better than you. This is me being who I am because I was small, shrinking myself down because I didn't want y'all to feel some type of way. So you never got to see the real me because y'all didn't get to want to know me. Because people believe in this world, there's nobody that's made with that type of love. It's nowhere, it's no way, no how, and ever in existence that God can make someone with pure love and be with a good heart. It's not good hearted people out here. It's not enough people that care enough to tell the truth, to hurt people if you got to tell it, even if it would cause fear. Are you scared? You by yourself. Who you got in back of you? You don't see me with nobody, right? You just see me by myself. But either way, your eyes would trick you. It's always somebody watching me. I'm never by myself. But either way it goes, it's okay because I still love and trust myself. And they said, who are you that trusts you? I am with the power that is the power that watches me. So why don't you listen to that? Why don't you want to listen? What that mean? He said, that's the power. That work is, she work is for the power. That work is for all of us. And that power sent this power. Put this one to represent the power. Who is this power that can be? Who is this one that the Lord was sent? For us, for many. And your people is jealous of me. I'm here to help Help your mind to expand so you don't have to sit there. No matter where you've been, how you feel. Do you think that you can't get away from the enemy? Some of you can't. You gave your souls away. The difference from you and me, I still have my soul. I still, I didn't sell out. That's what that is. I don't know. It's not a nice way to say it. It's not a, I didn't sell out. I kept my heart. I kept my time. I kept my strength. I have my mind. I have my soul. And so should you. But you had a choice. I chose me over you. You said, what now? You had a choice. You could have chose too. I don't know why you people down here don't look at yourself, don't love nothing that the Lord said to love. You didn't think that you should love yourself enough to stop sleeping with everything and playing with all these toys. And said, did you ever do it? That means that you didn't do it. You talking about it like that. If I saying it, that means I have. It means I don't. Do. I mean, listen, well, how long? It's not about how long. It's how fast did you get wise? How much did you realize that if you're using your own body and you're turning it loose and you losing your mind, you're losing your mind because you're feeling the juice. That's when your body turn loose. You feeling the juices. You feeling your body's getting hot. That's when it's starting to steam inside. Your mind is like this. Something is going on. Something want to turn loose. When you're losing your mind and you're losing your spine and everything is moving inside of you, and you ain't thinking because nobody told us to think bigger of ourselves, to think more important about our body before we let our juices run loose. When it's squirting and doing all these things that, like if you squeeze the lemon and the juice spot out, let me say it like that for the people know what I'm saying, just like squeezing lemon juice and a whole lot of juice come out. Do you know that's your life force that you're wasting? People that like to watch porn, if you like to watch those channels, as I used to often do, I'm glad I came out. That's enslaved of the mind. That is poison. That is the lowest part that tells us be like that. Don't care about yourself. Be open. Don't be private. But the things that the Lord said to be private in your home between one and two, share it with the world. Let everybody with cameras and everything watch you. They do it in the movies. They kiss and they do all kinds of things. And don't think nothing of it. These people is otherworldly. They spirit could take them there. The ones that got sense and we got morals and decency about ourselves, we more private. We don't mind to be a little loose, but we're not going to do it for the world to see. We got a little more coof. I got a little more than that. I'm not for the streets. I'm not for that. You can't just get me any type of way. You're not going to position me no type of way. You're not going to just corner me and take a picture and say, look, even if you had one, whatever you want to say, the Lord still chose me and said, look, I made you to fly. I made you to walk a straight way. Listen, people, no matter where you came from, this is the enemy's camp. This is something they put for all of us. It was pimping us out, as you don't want to see. Let me tell you, I'm going to say it in a way where you can open your mind and listen so ever nice and politely. If I made these camps and made these schools and everything, where would I hide at if I'm not coming for you? If your kids and everybody don't have the same story, how many of us have the same story? You say, well, everybody got a story. Everybody had this. Everybody went through this. You ain't the only one that got cheated on. You ain't the only one that got this. So what? You ain't the only one, sister, that did this with her man and friends that slept with their friends' man and had kids by them. You're not the only one that went through that. You're not the only one. What make you so special? Well, glad you asked. The difference is most of us could go through something, but we don't all go through it the same. How you handle it, how you get through that pain, those are betrayals. Those are things that broke a line, that cross boundaries and timeless lines. This one is different because she works for the Most High. This is why it's a crime beyond centuries, and all of thy getting should want to get to understand what I'm saying to you. You did something that offended the gods, the creation of life that give birth to every life force in this life that's able to turn something around, because the Most High said, I'm here, I'm back, I'm ready to tell the goddamn truth. Whatever you thought, that was buried. And you sent the people that to bury the truth after the one that follows me that didn't know. All right, that's all right. And you sent your people to go block to this one. And this one, just mind her business. She live her life. You know what I get to do? Eat ice cream if I want. Eat an icy. Go in the park, go swing on the swings, or read a book, or watch TV. I get to walk down the street and say hi to people, be in my neighbors, and have a job and do all these nice things in life that I always wanted to do, and still do them with a smile. Not because I'm smiling, because I'm just smiling and make pretend, because I'm smiling in my spirit, because somebody else got lifted up because I smiled, or they saw me smile and I spoke back, and it did something for them, and it helped them with a good day. You have a beautiful smile, sister. You help me by your smile. You should, as you have a lovely smile. Have a beautiful day. You see, how much did that weigh? Who did I have to impress? Who do you need to do a flip for? These are the things that's simple, but very important. Why? Because these are the things the Lord watches us to see. How many do you give time to? Do you run for your job more than you listen to someone that needs to get a message to you from me? Or are you the messenger? Do you stop to give the message that I sent you to give to somebody who needed it? Even if I don't want to do something for somebody's out there that did something wrong to me, and the Lord said, go and save and talk to that one, go speak to this one. Somebody needs help, and it's this one. And that one could have did the most. Do you know, people? That is the thing, the very honest thing that you need to do. Because even that's the thing that you don't want to do, you would have to move yourself out the way if the Lord is saying, do something, because this one is what I said to do. Never mind what it means and what you're going to get. Don't worry about that. Do you? Excuse me. Spiritual birth. You know, people, I don't worry about that. Because if the Lord is good and mighty, this is for us conscious people, because we all know the same. We're going to do what the Lord said. Why? Because we know the Lord knows better than us. We know the Creator. The universe worketh in circles. It worketh together. Everything that the Lord said, it all works for together. It's all the good that works for one. Okay. It's all the good that works for one. Of all the understanding that we can get. And that one said everything that rotates on an axle, for me, everything that hearkens and listens to my authority. If you think that it's places that won't move and mountains that you won't see and earthquakes that will happen, things in buildings and fountains and things that would be missed and moved out of place, do you think that these things can't happen? How would it happen? That means there's a life down there that saw life happen and taken away. Why? Because these strange people do brain damage down there. They doing diabolical things and doing all kinds of experiments. So if you're doing it in the ground, that's where they're going to find you at. They see what you're doing down there, your mishaps, your messed up mishaps. And let me correct myself and say it straight. The people that's messing in the water, and you got all kinds of bombs and nuclear and whatever you're doing in the water, how many people you slayed and drowned away, how many kids and things that was getting missing, so you don't have to explain how many bodies is being swept away. Nolan Browns, all of these ones, all the ones that's been taken out by these conundrums, these centerpiece of flesh, these ones that feed off of goodness, those that don't want the truth out, those that would rather settle for less. Nothing is being unseen at this time. I don't care if you don't see all of the lights, you looking for something to make noise like the 4th of July. I don't hear the lightning. I don't see the lightning. I don't hear the thunder. You should want to listen a little more when it rains. Listen, got a sound. This usually when people doing stuff, but the universe is getting even now. So what do you have to do? I'm calling it. I'm saying it. I'm revealing it to you. As I speak, you're gonna know. For the ones that's eyes is opening, their ears is listening. You're gonna see in your families, you're gonna see the shift. You're gonna see what I'm saying. You're gonna see the people, the things that they are doing, the spirits that's within them. You're gonna see them act up. You're gonna see when I'm telling you that these people that's tainted, they argue over nothing. Things that you could be quiet about, but they very simple. These ones that curse and act a fool. These ones that want to cause a problem. These ones that want to shame somebody because look what happened to me. Everything happened to me. What I'm saying is, you can't be no punk on the Most High's team. It don't go like that. It don't. You can't be a crybaby because you didn't get your way because something said no. Something when everything was taken from me, but nothing was taken that was already given to me. What was given to you that you still had that was taken? If everything was taken from you, what did you have? I had my faith that still loved me. I said it's a force that's over me. I know that it's something that I'm here to do. I don't know what I'm here to do, but I'm here to do something. What is that? That's faith. That means you keep going. I said, well, I know if you keep going, and the more you keep going, and you don't stop, that means you don't give up on yourself. You don't have to figure everything out. You just stay on the same road. Stay true to yourself. Be honest. Be fair to yourself. I like this. I like whatever you like, and you want to try in this life. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be a psychiatrist. You want to be a dentist. You want to be a lawyer. They're going to tell you to pick one. You can't be everything. You can only be one at a time. I'm just saying that's what they tell us. Some people can do multiple things, but it's not a lot. So they mostly going to tell you to do one at a time. Go to school. You're going to get many mediocre, remedial arts, things that you don't even care about having, but they're going to give it to you anyway. For most of us, they do. And then they get you a remedial, so they remedial your mind. And then you think about after you do 2 years of that, 4 months of that before you can get to the real thing. That's another thing. Because now you into the other part where now you finished the remedial of your reading, writing, and math and all that. Then they want to give you something else before you get to what you really want to do. That's why you only got time to do one thing because they don't took all the good life out of you. You know how long it is to be in the 12 years to go to school from kindergarten to 12th grade? Do you know how many years you sacrifice of being 12 years of slaves? And then they make you feel bad if you dropped out. I used to be excited to finish school. I did. I wanted to go and be everything the world said. You want to be a miracle kid. You could be anything you want to be. What you want to do when you grow up? Well, the first thing I wanted to be was a mother. That wasn't mean I was promiscuous. That's something I wanted to do when I grew up. That was a question. I remember I was 8 years old. It was a gentleman. I was in the supermarket with my parents, and they were shopping at the store, and they had their lovely children, which is my siblings. Either way, what do you want to be when you grow up? Listen to the words that was said. I understood grown and I understood up. And I'm listening because there's an adult talking to me that's a grown man that could be my dad. At the same time, that's what I took in my young mind. When I grow up, I'm going to be a mother. That means I was saying I wanted to be a parent. I didn't think about if the father was going to be there. I didn't have that vision. I just thought about me being a mother. And so a mother came to be at the age of 16. From 8 years old, that's what I wanted to be. I didn't know that I'm still young. I didn't get to the grown up part, but the concept of what the question was, that's what I wanted to be. And to him, it was wrong. It was out of place because I was a child. I shouldn't have been thinking about that. That means I was thinking about something sensual and into intimacy area. Surely my mind was something was going on there. And I said, no, you asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. Did I feel embarrassed as a kid at that time? No, because I understood the question and the adult did not. If a child answer in a way that a parent or an adult or anybody in this curriculum don't understand, they're going to call you malfunction. And that is what it is, people. They told us we are malfunctions if you don't want to function in a way that they perceive that you should listen or you should respond or behave. Because you're not a robot. You're not something that if I go press this button, I go get this reaction. If I press the other button, I get this reaction. If I press both buttons, I get this reaction. Oh, listen, they do that and it's fun to them because they do that to women. And this is what these people do when you work in some of these jobs and mentally challenged, whether they're adults or children. Either way, these people with behaviors and you have these type of jobs and they're going to call them triggers. This one got this, they do this, and they study them and they're going to tell you this one does all of this and they can do that, so if you do this, this is what's going to happen. Did I ever get hurt on some of them? Yeah. Was I ever badly? No. Listen, you have to go through some things in order to be sufficient. You can't be scared out here to say, yeah, I got bruised up. I did some things that you fight back. I found a way. I find a way to make sure I'm going to be okay. Did I want to hurt anybody in a malicious way? No, I understood where I'm at. I'm not going to cross no lines to get myself choked up in a mess. And I'm working for you? Not in this life. Listen, I don't know how y'all people see me, for those that know me or know me not. But some of you that know me, I don't know if you consider me to be funny. I am. I'm my own funny. I get a good chuckle out of myself and I like my own company. I enjoy myself immensely because there's nobody else to have fun with that's more better than me besides my children. But if I'm by myself, nobody can make me have more fun than me having more fun with me. If you people don't love yourself enough to sit down and enjoy something about yourself, that means that you did most of the things corrupt. You can't really find nothing decent about yourself because you was a slickster. You was somebody that was a trickster. You was somebody that was a taker. You was a snatcher, a crumb snatcher. You was a breath taker. Whatever you want to call yourself, that's the only reason why some of you people and all of you people that's on that side of the world, y'all can't find nothing good about yourself because you done nothing good. You cheated, you lied, you stole, you killed, you destroyed families, friends, people. You did all the wrong things. You hang with the same boys, you hang with the same girls that play with the same toys. Either way, you all did the wrong thing for the wrong reason. Why? Because the world said, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Celebrate. Do it good. Say you could. Who's your God? Say I am. Say it again. Say amen. And be like, hey man, ooh, I feel like that sounds good. And they ain't say a goddamn word. And everything they did was took your money. And by the time you went out, you still thought about a good sermon. But you have less money than what you came in with. And guess what? You said the Lord gonna do it again. What Lord is taking money from you? Because when you get in trouble in real life and your back is against the wall, something you got a sore in your spirit, something that can't be healed. But when you look down, you can't see because your skin is over it. And you can't see the pain and the scars inside, but you know you're bleeding. How much money do that cost? And who you want to pay to mend it? What surgeon you going to pay? I got a sore. What happened? My heart got crushed. Somebody's bad. They crushed. What did they do? What happened? Oh my God. Oh my God. What happened to you? They took my mom, my dad, my family from me. I'm all alone. I know no one out in this world. I feel so all alone. I'm ashamed because nobody knows me, and everybody that did, they already put dirt on my name. They cast me out. Oh my God. goodness, that's awful. Who did all these things to you? Everybody. Why? What did you do? Well, I didn't do nothing. I'm a good person. I don't do nothing to nobody. I don't talk about nobody. I don't do nothing. I don't know why people do these things to me. I'm so broken. Looking to see somebody buying it. Listen, when I'm saying you got practices and you got all kinds of actors, and they act lovely, and nobody know them but the people that knows them. But the ones that act, they act for free, but they just as good as the people you'll watch on TV. You'll go to the movies to want to see. They just as good, and they acted and they got masks on, just like the movie Mask with Jim Carrey, right? The mask, liar, liar, all of that. So either way, if you got a mask on and you act, they buying it. Anybody looking? They can see me. And then when you come across a real one that don't know how to do none of that stuff, she don't know how to put him or her don't know how to put on none of those faces. All they know how to do is just be themselves because they ain't never knew how to practice being nobody else because they never cared about what nobody else got because they went through some things that made them who they are and they very proud of it because they still standing. They got all their mind and they still got their soul. Listen, when you get to a creature like that and you get to somebody that was created like that, I said a creature and a creator. So listen, that's a duality. When you get somebody that's a yin and a yang, has a balance, that can balance herself in this life. You want to roll up on somebody with a mask on because she don't talk like what she been through in this life. You don't look like you've been through anything. You ain't look like you used to fight. You don't look like you would have took somebody out. You don't look like you was on rough. You don't look like all of that in this life. You don't look like you about that. I'm like, oh, what's supposed to be? I don't know what your people supposed to do, what you're supposed to look like to look like. I don't think you should want to bother me. What do that need to sound like? Do I need to talk and cuss and talk like and yell like a lion Leo? A lion, an uncouraged lion. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm an Aries. So I'm all the elements. If God said this is my one, this means she's all the elements of it. Whatever you want to call, she's a Scorpion. She can sting. She's a Gemini. She can be both sides. She's a Libra. She's balanced like me. She's temperament. Temperament. She's fair. She's a higher front. She walks with truth. She's real. That's me. That's my spirit in there. Every element you could think. Yeah, she's the element in the air. She's cool like that. You'll feel like I got a breath of fresh air. What is that? Air. Okay. She's cool. She walks on the earth. What is that? Earth signs. Yeah, she's that too. She's water. Yeah. She's emotional, but balanced too. What is Pisces? Water signs. Cancer, Scorpion, Pisces. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah. All the elements. Of all the elements, what the elements do. You want to rock? I'll rock with you. You want to smile? I'll smile with you. You want to talk? I'll talk with you. You want to do business? I'll do business with you. You want to fight? I'll fight for you. But what you fighting for? It better be something right. I only stand for righteous. I don't stand for nothing else that's less than that if it don't have a big cause. If it ain't big enough, then I'm not in it. You see? It's simple. I'm going to sit down and leave that for the little chicken ducks and the little chicken dinners. Either way, I play with the big joker all and every day. It's the big joker. Who's the big joker? The almighty, all knowing. Nobody can beat it. What joker is that? That's the joker that's in the game of spades. Who's that one? Nobody can beat it. It's the only deck of cards that you can play a game. If I'm ever playing a game, it's spades. Why? Because the jokers is in here. And one of them is the big one, is the little one. Both of those together is big powers together. Those two minds better want to think together, because if I got one power and you got one, you got the other one. That means one of us got two and I just got one. I need to be smart to think about, if I'm playing, if one of us got the little joker, but we on the same team, guess what? And we got all all of the aces, all of the spades. I mean, all of the spades, all of the aces, and other team. That way, you already know they ain't got it. Like, what you got in your hand? If you got a Boston, you are in the bing. You already won. First hand, down, bam, even like that. But even if you only get one book, you only got one, and you only got the one. You only got the big joker in your hand. Now you know if you get the little joker, you still gambling. If you don't know your teammate, your partner got the big joker, you just out. Cause somebody on the other side, depending on when you play it, if you don't play it in the right time, your little joker is out with that one hand. That one hand be bad and be walking all by itself, even if that's your one buck. Listen, you can use your life as a card game, as a video game if you want. I use my life in real life. I play with that joker all day in real life. I bet on that one, and that one bets on me, and I bet on myself, and I bet it all day and every day, and that's my team. And that one got every goddamn body attached to it, knows everybody down here. Who's touching that? Who don't want to be on that team? Who don't want to walk on that side? Ain't nobody else sitting next to me. Listen, to be conscious, they blocking me out. These people, family, this institution, this world don't want nobody to know about me, because it makes them look bad, because that means that one of us got out. Oh, she got away. A slave's down. She got away. God damn it. How we going to get her back? We can't. Why? She's free. How did she get free? I don't know. She broke free in some type of way. What happened? You didn't program her the right way. Who was her assignment? God damn it. Who was supposed to be assigned to this protocol that caused the shenanigans? Why my voice don't come back? Look. All right. Damn. I don't even got it with me. I thought I had it. I do. I walk with one, and I never gamble for money. I just never did. It's not something. Yeah, people think that if somebody don't do certain things, or it's nobody that could be that conscious. It's nobody that can be that meticulous. It's nobody. It's a lot of guys that doubt us women, because it's not. I can't. Well, it's not a lot of us women, but it is. It's some of us, and I'm gonna tell you how to see. If you see somebody that talks with intelligence, not just talk, but is the intelligence of her speak. That one is sure, because she's sure that she's been through some things that this world did not want to stop. And I'm like, God damn, you keep making your kids come after me. I am tired of you. I am. Because it's women that's empty, it's men that's more emptiest, emptyless. And they look at us women, and they want our men, and they want the men to show up like them. And they want them to forget about being with a real woman, because they can do something better. You can talk a certain way, you can treat them a certain way, because they're not real women. Women require a lot of things. Talking to a man that likes basketball and football, and they can wear women clothes, but when they with their bros, they can sit with their legs open and do bro things that you can't just do with some women. And women, they look at us as pretty women, but they don't care nothing about you because they're not emotionally attracted to you where they want to get to know you. But if they ever do, and they do fall with their heart for you, and this for a straight man too, any man, both men and women too, and you get hurt and you say, wow, I love that man more because I want him to be with me. I had him first. Whoever has somebody first, it's not about who has something first, it's who can change and make a bigger impact in your life for the greatest good of your own self. Doesn't matter how many people you knew before that, if one person can make an impact out of all the people that's been in your life in the first place, you don't want that person. You don't want that one. You don't want that man. Listen, people, y'all want everybody that everybody want. Y'all want to touch everything that everybody else touch. Y'all want to screw everything that everybody else screw. Y'all want to stick your tongue in everybody else that everybody else tongue. Y'all want to do everything and put your mouth in places that everybody else did. Y'all want to do something that everybody else ever did, and you're not going to be special. Why? Because there ain't nobody special, kid. Satan said, look, no, there ain't no friend. If the homies can't get none, what you mean? What y'all talking about? This is me down here. Satan is that one. That one don't care. That one is live. And that one don't have no fear. It has an attitude of I am, so I can. I do as thou wilt. So when you messing with that one, you better be careful because that one, you don't got a lot of chances. You ain't got none. You either submit or you pay up. And if you can't pay up for what you ask for, and you ask for a favor and you can't deliver, you are the deliverer, and you're going to have to find a way to deliver. Because if you deliver up something that can't be delivered and can't be touched, and you sent the power of the power that made that lesser power after itself, my God, your people have got to try to understand what I'm saying in real life. This is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to get this part. That's why it's 1%. The rest of the world won't even catch it because it's not loud. It's not like loud music like you hear in the bass, like going past when you can hear the music in your ears and you just like, it make me. We are soul people. That's why when we hear music, our body start moving. The soul of it is like a beat. Something start jiggling inside of you, and you just start feeling something. Yeah, solar. We the solar system from the soul people. I'm a soul child from the sun child. I'm a sun star, a sun seed. The other people is from the moon. Those are moon kids. Those are the ones that got the evil kids, the evilins out here. Those are the ones that do dark things to the light people out here. So when we all wondering why we got hurt and abused, who's those people? Those was that one. That's that God seeds. That was they people from there. These are the ones they sprinkle germs and send them in our family line and make sure you was going to be one of them that's going to get tortured out here. They torture each and every one of us and cast us out and put us out there. And then say, who do you think you are? And you think you missed the big stuff because you made it. Oh, they still strong. They still saying, I'm still knock you down. I bet you I'll take your money. I bet you I do. You want to do everything that the world said is worldly. These are the things you care about. You care about it in that way. You care about taking things from people and putting them on the camera and listening to them on the phone, setting people up, listening to their voice with their friends and sisters on the phone. Everybody's chuckling away, put you on mute and laughing. She's just talking. Listen, that's the same thing that the CIA do. They tap your phones and listen in. Who are these people not emulating if they not them? If they don't work for them, who are they? They them. These are the people that works. They family members get into the Marine Corps. They works in for the Army. They were what they call it. Do you have anybody that served in a veteran? Yeah, no. What I'm saying to you is, those are them. That's cackling. That look down on people. These are the ones that hurt people. But think for a minute. Let me tell you something. If you hurt all the good people, and you did, if you made somebody cry, did I ever cry? Yes. Did the one that I love make me cry? For the people that want to know? Yes. But is there such thing as a person changing? I need you to hear this one. If you hear me, I don't just like, do I have to like the person you was if I realize who you was in this life? If anybody that was misbehaving and you was living a dark life, is that something to be proud of? No. But you know what is proud, what is good to be proud of? If you made it out, if you made it from there to be able to open your heart to have enough love, that somebody out here that love that much enough to change, to say, I still have love and I'm different than what I used to be, and you watch me transform. That means that it's possible, people. No matter what we've been through, no matter what the enemy said to you, no matter what you said to yourself, even when you thought you was incredible or not incredible, whatever you thought, even if you thought you was despicable, even if you felt ashamed of yourself, did you find a way back? Did you find a way to love yourself? Did you find a way back to you? Did you find a way to get to yourself? I'm hot. So, yeah. Okay. So, when you find a way to get to yourself and you start thinking, can I be better than where I came from? Can I change? Do I need to change? Do I like where I am? Do I like the people that surround me? Do I like the things I'm hearing about me? Do I like the things that I did? Do I like the decisions I made? If the answer to yourself is no, then you have the ability to change or to stay the same. It's quite simple. That means if you choose to stay the same, you cannot grow with the rest of us. It's just that simple. You know what that means? It means that everybody, you got one time right now in this lifetime, you better want to get it right. What you mean? Who you think you is? Your politicians, all you celebrities out there, if y'all did any strange things to kissing kids down there, and y'all been playing in the atmosphere, doing strange things down there, going in the dirt, playing in the waters, looking in places you shouldn't be looking at, doing all kinds of things with your gifts that you shouldn't been gifting down there, and sharing it with people that you shouldn't have shared with, and you've been sharing mean things about people like me, telling things about whatever it was, whether it's about me or anybody out there. If you did all these things and they got you on candy camera and they telling everybody about you, whether you the P. Diddy's out there, all these people, the politicians, all these people, the entertainers, look at what they was into. I can't. I wouldn't dare. Who's out there? You mean the Epstein family? You mean them out there? You mean the Obamas? You mean them out there? The Obamas and Michelle. You mean Michael out there? Obama and Michael. Yes, you know who said it real clear? Amina and Rec, yeah, they said it real clear. They said it when it was 2020. Yeah, they said it out there. They was telling us about a whole lot of things about people that's missing, people that we see that's not even really out here. You mean these people? Wait a minute. What you trying to say? You trying to say some of these people is gone and they still standing out here? You seeing a polygram, hologram, or whatever they call it, whatever it is. It's instant potatoes. Instant potatoes. They know how to remake some things and make it look like the real thing out here. These people been gone. They've been doing a lot of things. Trump been getting them out of here. Him, his team, and whoever else been working with them. Yeah, it's real people out here. There's people on both sides. They said this is going to crumble. Do you not see what's going on? This is kingdom against kingdom, principalities against principalities. These places and high places, you got rumors of wars against rumors of wars, families rising against families, bloodlines against bloodlines. That is rumor. Those are wars on wars. Y'all don't even. I don't know what you're saying. I think I get it. I hear what you're saying. But why are you saying it like that? Do you think these people picked the wrong one? You know what that means? It means that you was getting away with a lot of things for a lot of years, a lot of million, messing us up, and then you even made the Bible out here. But I took my time to read something to you because I wrote some things down. So let me see. So what are you? I'm your teacher. I'm teaching you something. What am I teaching you? Nothing, if you want to call it that. It's up to you if I'm teaching you or not. It's up to you believe. If you believe that the Lord can make one sufficient for all our needs. These are the seven prince. Well, I got about nine of them. And I'm gonna tell you, because this world is them, and then you get to see how you get to see each of these demons. These are troublemakers. These are spirits and soul snatchers. If you got a soul, they want to snatch it. Why? Because they ain't got none. Why do they want to snatch mine? Because I got it, and I still got it, and I can still see you, and I can still talk about you because you sent your people after me. Now, because you did that, I got to see why they empty, and I got to see you because they heartless, and so are you. Now, Leviathan, Prince of Envy, people. Leviathan, Prince of Envy. Towering infernals, towering over the internals, no, infernals. His mouth is said to be the hell gate itself. After the war in heaven, the angels was cast out of grace for Lucifer. All right. Either case, in a smaller sense, Leviathan is a prince of envy. So, people, ladies and gentlemen, Eastern stars and warlocks, creatures and demons, angels and fallen stars, all of us alike, indifference if we want. If envy is part of your journey, envy would definitely tear you apart. Mammon, prince of greed, wealth, and power in exchange for human souls. If you got greed, this spirit would exchange itself. Let me read it again. Mammon, prince of greed, and listen to it again. He. This is the same he that you say amen to, people. At the end of every praise is he. He. Hallelujah. He. And the same he went out through all the world. And everybody bowed down on their knees, including me in prayer time. Listen. You gotta wanna listen to me. I may not be like everybody. I may not look like everybody. I may not be, oh, she ain't even all that pretty. Oh, she don't even look like that. She ain't even all that. Look at her. Look at her. And she don't even. You can say all of that, but I got something that you ain't got. It's the power of truth. Why? Because with truth, you get every goddamn thing. Who? Everybody got to come to this one. Why? Because that makes sense. That means that she has the truth and everything else is a lie. So if I'm the lie, then who are you? And why are you scared? If this one is and I'm misinformed, if I'm a non-profit, if I'm a false prophet, then why would it send all of you people after this one person if this one is a lie and all of you is the truth? You need that much power to prove that one person is a lie? I'm just saying. Catch it. If this one is, if I'm, listen, people, And listen good. If I'm misrepresenting myself as a prophet of the Most High, and I'm one person, and out of every goddamn body that's in the world is telling the truth, how much more thousands or hundreds of people do you need for one person to prove that person that is she that is a lie? How strong is this lie of one person that it needs many of you? I rest my case. Before I continue, let me say this is spiritual law. You can and you will, and anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of spiritual law. Whatever and whomever you all are, and wherever you say your tower is in your God power, whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of universal law and spiritual principle. So if you ain't got somebody that you can go to, that you can get to represent you and say, hey, listen, listen, I did some things wrong. Uh, I need some protection. Can you help me? I got money. How much you want? I can get it for you. I mean, I ain't got it, but I can get it. I'll do anything for you to get me some protection. I need me one of you, lawyer, spiritual type people. I don't really know nothing about none of you, but in this case, I think I need to borrow one of you, or some of you. I don't know. Can you help me to see if you could? We don't know none of you. You can't even, first of all, they don't even be talking to you. You're not even going to know who you be asking for or who you should be talking to. You don't even know that. You don't believe in nothing about that. Why? Because this light down here told you, never mind that. That's evil. You should get back. Don't listen to yourself. Don't listen to your intuition. If you see anything that looks strange, if you hear anything beyond the sound of somebody speaking, you can hear something speaking far away from you, you can't see it. That means that you need to be on drugs. You need somebody to talk to. Surely, maybe you had a little much to drink, but you out drinking. Oh yeah, maybe. Then you get those people. Oh no, you no, you didn't leave your body. You didn't have a leap of faith. No, don't be silly. You surely must have had too much to drink. Maybe you smoked too much. Maybe you snort too much. Uh, you know, the white girl. Maybe you had too much powder. Maybe you had a little bit too much. You was kind of like moving too fast. Maybe you thought you saw something. I don't know. Maybe you need to, if you go to the hospital, we get it checked and see. Don't worry. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe you're just a little nervous. They don't want you to think that you're somebody that can see some things. Everything else is you crazy, you sleepy, you must be amazing. You must be yeah, well, you are amazing if you're able to see something. But they're gonna tell you crazy. You got Alzheimer's, or you got some type of bipolar, you on some type of, you got some type of ADHD, you can't sit down, you too hyper, and you naturally like that. You got a kid that's natural like that, you want to let somebody tell you your kid is hyper, they need to be on some jet lag crack or something like that to get them to be immobilized, to be like zombies. My child do sit down and think. They be sitting down, they really be doing their homework, they really be into it. My child, well, I don't care, because my kid was running off the wall and it was driving me crazy. I put my kids on drugs. As some parent that is saying that and have that attitude, I don't care, because it worked for me. It worked for me and my kid, because my kid was bouncing off the wall and they was doing too many things and they wasn't focusing in school, and it was just too much. So when I put my kid on Ritalin, my kid was calm. They was nice. I was able to give them nice cookies and make smiley faces with them. What was wrong with your kid at first? Oh, he would just not sit down. She would, walk around in class. And did she do anything hurtful, or what did she do? Well, she just didn't sit down, and she just wanted to be doing what she wanted to do. She was If the teacher told her to sit down, she'd be like, no. Or he'd be like, why? I'm walking around. Why you walking around? Because I'm tired of sitting down. This is what I'm, listen, you might get some real kids in some way, because when you go to school and you got to wake up early in the morning, that's abuse. I didn't know that, but that's what I felt like. I felt like, this is wrong. Why we got to get up 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning and be kids Monday to Friday, 5 days a week, to go sit down in the classroom after you made it to breakfast? The next thing you doing is sitting down. The majority and the only time you get up is if you go into lunch, besides going to the bathroom and they give you a break. But I'm talking about the only time you really get to stand up is lunch recess. And after that, that used to be very short. It felt like 15 to 20 minutes, the most to me. It was over like that. I said, damn, we just got out. Why? Most of your time went on eating. And there's a lot of people, and you got to get outside, because the next lunch break for the other kids before school is out, they got to come down. So they got to have a little fun. Why? Because it's recommended. Because the system said we got to do things that somewhat seem appropriate. Let the kids, they got to have some, let them eat and get some energy and bring them back. And when they come back, they're going to be calm. This is what they do in jail, people. I don't know how else not to see it that way, because that's what I think about. You go outside, they let you go, and you get to come back, and you give you some square meals, you get breakfast, you get lunch. When you go home, you get dinner. But guess what? You free for a little 3 hours. That's like going to get recreational. You get some little recess when you go home, and then you go home, and then you come back to work. You got to get back in jail, and they let you out at a certain time to go back to your freedom. Listen, that's how I seen it. That's what it still is to me. Because how many years you need to go to school to go sit down? You wonder why your kid can't sit down, why they moving around, because they tired of sitting down. They walk up early in the morning to write some things down, the objective, and they got to pay attention, because the curriculum is designed for your kid to work for them. So they need them to pay attention at an early age. So when they get out there, they're fully equipped to be everything they want to be in the army of this life for the future of this world. And that's it. That's all. If you ever think that you could be somebody big, you see that for all the people that was telling the truth about anything in this world was trying to make us small, and we was talking about it. They took our people out. A great Dr. Sebi, and a genius in healing his own people. And any people that was made with their sickness and said, I got a way to fix us all. And they thought it was a very good thing to take away this strong man, because he did something and it was for less, but he did it for many. That was for all. Do you think that's not a God being man? Yes. It's something that's way more thoughtful of many than themselves and just their family. This is people that we can still keep that person alive. Why? Because they're not here. You got to keep them alive. What you need to do, you need to remember them, say the things and do the things they told you to do. Even if you don't do it in that way, I'm just saying there's so many of us to keep our people alive. If that's telling you to go that way, if it's leading you to go that way, pick up what the person said, share it, be that, teach it that way. I don't need to listen to you. All right, don't listen. But a mammoth, price the prince of greed, that has wealth and power in exchange for a human soul. Now, these are warlocks and eastern stars. These are the Sigma Phi Gamma. These are the Alpha Phi, Sigma Phi, Magnify, whatever kind of Phi they are, Spotify, whatever it is that you want to say, AI, even them too. All the ones that keep a secret, Victoria too. All the Victoria, all the secrets that you kept inside, all the ones that you say, I got 33rd degree. I'm a Mason like you. If you don't know you, you could tell me too. And if you didn't know me, I didn't know you. And then now you know me, so now I know you too. I didn't know me, so I couldn't know you. But I know me, so now I know you. I know all of you too. I'm reading about you and tell me all about you. Who told you? Your spirit told me, because I'm reading it of you. So if you got these actions, I'm like, surely I don't have none of those actions, and none of these spirits belong to me. So I'm nothing like you. It's it's that simple. It's that simple. All right, Azazel. Azazel. Prince of War, who laid with human women. Azazel. Listen, is it Prince? So these could be the young ones, the younger children, in their 20s. They could be that. They spirit. It's not an age. Look at the spirit. Either way, this spirit laid with humans, women, and his offsprings became the Nephilim. Prince of War who laid with human women, and the offsprings became the Nephilim. All right. Excuse me. I'm glad it said that. I can't even stop. I'm going to go back to it. But I'm going to keep going. Belphegor, Prince of Sloth, Lord of Fire, banished from the heavens for remaining neutral in war. Belphegor is a prince of sloth. That means that's somebody that watches something go down. Instigators. They watch something, they neutral, they see who's wrong, they see who's right, but they don't say nothing, they don't want to get in the fight, but they can change it. They just choose not to. But they watching the war start that they could diffuse, but they won't. Right there is what you would call a Judas. It would be like a Judas because that one could sell you out. But in this case, this is someone that's just an instigator. They see what's going on. They start the fire. They pour spiritual gasoline on you. Put that spiritual match. Set it. Move the hand out the way and then blame it on the other one. Because why? They knew that you got something wrong with that one. Y'all don't like each other for different reasons. And this one know that y'all don't like each other, but y'all ain't speaking. But I speak to both of you. And neither one of you know I speak to the other one. Well, both think I'm loyal. The other one know that I talk to you. But you don't know I talk to that one and that one. I talk to both of them, but this one don't know that I'm talking to that one. That one don't know I'm talking to this one, but I talk to both of them. So either way, you don't know that I'm talking to either one of them, but both of them know I talk to you. Yeah, I'm that one. See, those ones is deceitful. Those ones would do that down here. They're like, yeah, I'm like that, but they ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna tell the ones that they can be real and sneaky with. Why? Because they the same. Those are they people. Those are the ones that do dark things. You would do that to this angel. You really feel like that about her? Wow, I ain't know you felt like that. You her sister. I ain't know. Damn, my family said, oh, I'm getting a lot of scoop. I got a lot of scoop too. I'm not saying nothing to none of you. And the scoop should be that these women deceived a man that had a woman that loved him because she saw the part of him that he could be. And he was. But he was scared to be for himself because it was other people that said, no, I don't like, didn't use your own mind. Let people make up what you should be and you consider to be happy. So ultimately, that made this girl right here, this woman, choose me. I said, well, look, I don't need to be controlled. I don't need nobody's opinion about what I like and what makes me happy. Somebody don't know. That's too bad. I got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be something that you ever wanted to know for yourself. Put on your own show. Be your own what's happening. Even if you walk down the street, so what? Be something amazing. You don't need to do tricks and handstands. I don't do none of that. I don't even know how to do none of that. I'm simple. I like to be my own self. I like to have fun. I like to have fun in my own way. You get to discover somebody like me. I'm an experience. You have to experience me. You have to experience me in your own way. I try not to talk too fast or talk too much. I try to explain what I'm saying. So if you see these spirits, I'm going to go back to number 3 is Azazel. Belphegor is somebody that watched, start a fire and let it happen and stand back and be like, it wasn't me. In the meantime, everybody know who started to fight, at least some of them, and they figure out how she know it was me because you gave yourself up because everybody told me the truth. And it doesn't matter how long you didn't speak to me. When I asked you, you all lied, but you still told me the truth at the same time. And you filled very nicely and miserably. You're all filled the test. As Asmodeus, prince of lust, he desires a mortal woman named Sarah. And jealousy, murder, she, all right, she's a mortal woman named Sarah, and she murders her husbands. This is a jealous spirit. These are women that were unalive. They own mates. For what? For greed. They got all these spirits, people. If you got one, two, three, lust, envy, jealousy, and any of these things, gluttony, or every goddamn thing, and you full with pride, you feel with every kind of thing that goes, you're the beasts that have flies and you bring death wherever you go. People's dying, somebody getting sick, somebody got to go. You got the spirit of death with you. That means you're cursed. Whoa. You bring flies and pestilence and you bring diseases with you too. Yep, people want to stop sleeping around because these women and men is out to get you and they play with the LGB. They got their own community. They in their own systems. Y'all people gonna be mad at me. I'm not trying to tell you about your sexual preference. I'm telling you that these are spirits of curses that's been cast on you. So if you want to understand that's a curse, your attitude should be, how can I break out of that? And what do that look like? It look like you coming back to your common sense, your consciousness of yourself, to get back to a balance that men lust or love. Shouldn't be lusting, but you should if you are after women only. I love the beauty of women. Women have to get back to, I love the balance and the order of men. You would not like that old part of you. You would hate and despise that was even you. You would break out of that curse, that chain, because it got you thinking that you was something other than what you were supposed to be, because you got comfortable and you said, well, I love this person the way they make me feel. I don't feel like this with the other sex. I only feel like this with this way. I'm more like this. If you more like that, that means that you're more cursed than you ever was. You're going the wrong way, but go ahead, go there. Go ahead. I'm telling you that it's curses put on us so you can understand why you even feel that way in the first place. Ah, I didn't think like that. I didn't know that. So why you get mad at me? Because I'm telling you that this is what it is. This is why you feel like that. Okay, never mind. You don't want to believe that. Lucifer. Oh, hold on. Beelzebub. Beelzebub. Prince of gluttony. Lords of flies. Chief of the abyss. Prince of gluttony. You know what gluttony is? When we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all these holidays, when we do more than what we need to do, and we say, "Oh, we got a lot of families, so we need to have thousands of types of different foods," and hoping that most people take it away because your refrigerator or your deep freezer can't store enough food, so you got 3 or 4 refrigerators that you can store food in, or you got to send some away. This is where we overeat people. I'm just saying, this is when we overeat. These are the things they sent to us. And these are the things that we do. And this is why we play in the streets and we go to their parades and we be in their shenanigans and we hooting and hollering. It's fun because we looking like we need to be believed for something to escape from the reality of all the things that we've been dealing with. The pressure of our lifetime, the things we went through, the things that was put on us, the things that we experienced, the things that made us cry, the things that we had to bear, the things we had to go through. If you had to raise your children, if you was a sister that had to raise your oldest or youngest sibling, if you was one of those that had to sacrifice for the greater good because your mom was just trying to find a way to keep it even. When you get one that can stand by herself and be able to have the weight on her shoulders of all of the things that the Lord said, speak to my people. I chose you to speak for me because it's the way you know my spirit. You know what is acceptable by law of me. I'm just pointing us in the right direction. That is what I'm supposed to do. That's it. I'm not responsible for your life choices and the things that happen to you. I'm responsible to tell you so you have a choice. You can't say, I never knew. Nobody never told me. I didn't hear it. I didn't you can get to say I didn't believe it. That's what you could say. Oh, I didn't believe. Yes, so I want you to. So you could say I'm an unbeliever. I'm a non-believer. I don't believe in. Who don't you believe yourself? Because if you don't believe that the Lord can make somebody clean and give them a clean slate and say, this one has done everything to honor me, she would go. She said it. And I'm watching to see if you will speak boldly of me. Yes, if somebody saved your life, what honor do you give that one? You give them everything. You'll speak boldly for them if they gave you nothing, but they gave you life. What do you owe them? Everything, my people. So if the Lord said, you are sufficient, I made you to speak, to change the minds of my sleepingless people. Those that is limit, they are limitless. They think they can't go beyond what this world told them. They don't know enough about me. Go tell them all the things I did in your spirit, how I got you to remember me. After everything was taken, they was there to try to break you away from me. Did you remember when you cried out? You cried out for me. You're still able to stand, and you stand by yourself soullessly. Solo, you're all by yourself because I took everything away so you can only rely on me. Listen, people, everybody that understands what I said understands that part because everybody went that road. Everybody took that route, but not everybody made it all safe. Everybody didn't make it out where you wasn't envious and hateful and want to get somebody back some way. Did they deserve to be beat up? Do you believe that they should be punished? That I want to do it with my hands. I said, these people need a spanking. I need to give them a good whooping. I said, but I can't. Because if I did, what would my mother, what would the Lord say? It would say, you know I could have did it better for you. You know you shouldn't. I would you would have got a pass anyway. You would have got a pass. You could have whooped some. You could have whooped all asses. You could have. And I would have gave you a medal. I would have gave you the plaque of the land because guess what? They deserved it. But because you didn't. And you said, no, I won't because I feel like I'll be like them. No, not that I'll be like them. I felt I'm the same because I didn't teach nothing. I didn't get an. Okay. To be able to stand to be something that went to you and you know you are rightfully in the right to justify yourself. If you ever in a position where you don't do it and you say no because you're looking at okay, what if they're not gonna like me and I'm not gonna like them. What did you do? Did you win anything? Did you solve the problem? No. Why not? You did the same thing. You caused more harm, friction, and it can escalate it. What's the best way? Walk away with the love in your heart for the understanding that they misunderstand. They took for granted something that was grand. Lord, this is what these people did. I told on you. That's what the hell I get to do. The Lord said, why don't you give it to me? You can. You could have. I would have gave it. I would have I would have loved you no less. But because you said no. Because I believe when the Lord said, fret not because of evildoers. Don't be mean and bitter like them. Don't turn your spirit to be of them because they don't understand so they can make it hard for you to go within to love yourself, to look at how many times I got you out, how many times you was able to heal yourself because you listened to your spirit that was deep within. That was me all the time. I'm you. And everywhere you go, I'm with you. That's the same for you people. If you keep going to church and you keep thinking the minister needs to preach to you, you're missing something about yourself. Yeah, when you lost, but I can't say that for every last one of you because the Lord told me to stop going. He told me to make it plain to the rest of you. The Lord is everywhere you at. That's where you find where you and the Lord dwells. How do you get there? Your spirit. You got to be your own holy trinity. Your spirit, yourself, your soul is three. 369 is the order of the universal family. If you could find that out, then you can sit down and drink a cup of tea with me. If not, then sit down and just listen, because maybe you want to hear some things that you didn't want to believe. And you say, yeah, how come I didn't think of that? Because you wasn't made to think like that. You was made supposed to listen and learn, because I wasn't made to think like that until I was made to think like that. You gotta wait till your time is what I'm saying. Wait. Well, the Lord said, wait on me until I answer you. Abaddon, and the last one is Apollyon, is the destroyer that launches fiery darts at Christians who blocks them with his shield of faith until he can finally fatally defeat Apollyon using the sword. The sword of maybe death. I don't know. But either way, so where you get this from? Well, it was somewhere where I was writing it down and I was looking it up and I got to investigate these people and I got to thinking and I started remembering these things and I got to see these attitudes and attributes in many of these people. And I said, got it. Now, when I'm reading these things and I'm telling you about these spirits, you should be able to look at some of these people and think about what they care about. Is they in part of some of these groups? The CIA, the FBI, the intelligence of the intelligent forces and that works for the Pentagon and all these important places, and they got all these secret societies and all these secret places, and they got Skinwalker Ranch. I think I called it. Anyway, there's so many wonderful things they have out here. You should want to think if these spirits is lurking around, what spirit is these ones that's in you? Because if you got these attributes, baby, man or woman or child, this is something good for your children to listen to, or your young ones that don't want to listen. I don't need to change my ways. I can just flashy. I'm not going to change. My man love my body. He love the way I. If your man love your body, he will want your body to be for him. He will want you to dress a certain way. He wouldn't mind that you cover yourself up and be sexy for him. Your men take off your shirts, knowing that men is lusting after you also, as well as women. You be like, yeah, but I'm only doing it for the woman. I don't care if men lust after me. It's a quiet confusion of a misconception of who you say you are if you can do these things without thinking. Where is my principles about me? Where is something that draws the line? Do I really don't mind that men is lusting after me? That when I'm on stage or if they listening to my music, but never mind, that's something different. But if I'm on stage and I'm doing all these things, as women too, I'm taking things off and they watch me in my real shape. I'm coming out with bathing suits on and I'm opening my legs wide. I'm pumping and gyrating for the world to see the inside. Those are spiritual curses that's happening, that's being performed in plain sight. That is taking us down. That's saying us women, yeah, in between our legs, our womb is a rot. It's something that when we do that and they open their legs the same way men grab their thing like Michael had another reason. But whatever the case is, for the women that do that and we show our opening to everybody, whether you sitting on camera and you at home, listen, that don't mean you're being promiscuous because you're sitting at home and they may see you with your panties on. They should not, because there's many people that's watching, and that's watching you in your home. So how we conduct ourselves, whether we on camera or alone. I'm alone. I'm in my house. I can dress the way I want, but I'm coming out to the world. I said, oh, what? Something that's covering me. I'm not willing to show my boobs unless I'm doing it to the one that deserves me. And the Lord said, wait until I preserve somebody to deserve you that went through the same storm as you, and you did it for me. Let that person see, let that man rise for a queen that was risen for me, that took herself to be something else, and she came and drawn into herself to give herself to me. Is the love for herself, is the respect she has for me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Do you understand what I said? The love for the Most High, the Messiah said to respect our bodies, respect your mind. I didn't do none of that. Down, I got a next time, a new time. So now I'm doing it right. Do whatever you didn't do. Can you do it right this time, this life? That person will have to get up and think about something that's made to preserve themselves just for me. I don't even think I'm worthy. That is the Most High. That is why the Most High would choose people that don't think too much of themselves, don't think that they can change. You've been too rotten. You was incredibly dark. You did everything despicable. You was rotten. You ain't care about nothing. But if that man can grow to care because that woman became of a character of herself, because she realized that she has standards of things that she remembered about herself, that everything that you had, you gave it away. Now, this time, the man that did these things made you earn everything about yourself. So now he has to earn back his way. He, wherever he is, that was understand it's once in a lifetime to have a woman that is such a miracle to for God to say this one is made to show love and to see that love is a power, love is strong, it is a force. It has everything that it got. It has a wrath. It has everything. It got boundaries to make you laugh. It can do some things and make you cry. And it can make you cry the softest way. You said, "Look, I didn't know that you can joke with me in that way. I didn't know you was watching me and you was talking to me in this way. I didn't know that we could have this type of relationship. I didn't know I could just talk to you the way I talk to you. I could just be myself in this way." She said, "Yes, you're my daughter. Why wouldn't you talk to me as I made you a certain way? Your ancestors, our bloodline and adrenaline is working in you this way. We came back to remind you who you are this way. And this day we thank that man for telling you and taking you all through the muds and the sand and changing you around and making you strong this day. Who is this one that's incredible that he don't see himself this way? That's not my problem. I said, if you see me, you don't want to see yourself, let them see. Let you pop off. Be somebody stronger than who you are. Talk and be the things that you know that this world have misdroven you and mixed you up and gave you a sad hand. Okay. Did you become healed and say, I'm better than that now. Now I believe I deserve love. I want to be at peace. I see what peace costs. That peace costs to protect the peace that was trying to protect the peace that was given. That one did not know. It tried to take itself away because the people around said, no, you belong to us. You're on this side now. She's by herself. She's different from us. She's outcast. She's there to hurt us now. No, it's there to hurt your goddamn feelings because um, you're the imposters. You're the ones that's cryptic, the copycats, the ones that gotta be a blow up doll. I gotta get my body a certain way. I gotta look like this one. You could look like everyone. Yeah, I got a sister. She looks like me. She got spiritual gifts, but hers was taken to be in the other way. Mine's is light. Hers was darker than me. But is it intelligence? Is it a force? Yes, but you're drawing something else that I had mine's naturally. You didn't have to do it, people. You naturally had it. What am I saying? I know a way out. A way out of what? A way out of the matrix. You know how to get there? It's called love. It's called to love yourself. That means you won't settle for less. After you've been a slave and you've been stressing, you've been doing all these things, and people try to take you out, and then the Lord said, "I'm gonna put you back." What you doing? What you trying to do? You trying to tell me that I'm not who I say I am? that I'm not the maker of all the things that happen around the earth. I'm not the wind, I'm not the sea, I'm not everything. I'm not the sun, the moon, everything that you think of. I see what you say about the moon, and I see what you're drawing from it, and I know what you're pulling from it to come after me. Think I don't see you. We see you. We are family. We watching after you. We seeing you. So we talking about you, reporting the news. We news reporters. We call spiritual reporters. We report the news in the right way, in a way where you can't see and tell. You just know it's being told. And you say, damn, who's telling that one? Well, who is? Is it you? Oh, I haven't spoken to her. I'm not talking to her. She's figuring this stuff out. Who's talking to her? Who trained you? Who you work for? Well, you know goddamn well I don't work for none of you because I know all of you was searching me out. Wait a minute. I know y'all all was searching me out. I said, we were searching you up. Wherever where you get that from. Listen, people, when your rights been violated, when your phones is tapped, when you being followed, when your mail gets not coming to you, these people play dirty. You think if I was an empty morsel by myself, I would have been finished. I wouldn't even be talking to you. If it wasn't for something that God said, the Most High, the Messiah, the Mashiach, she is who it is. Now, let me go back because I said a lot of things, but I also said I wanted to get back to something before I close. Azra, Prince of War, who laid with human women and his offsprings and became the Nephilim. Because I realize in this life, people, because y'all don't see nothing, y'all have to see something to believe something. Y'all don't believe nothing before it happens. If y'all can't see it happening, y'all got to touch something. But I'm a making. I am what's happening. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm showing you so you can see the changes of these things that they tell you about, the things that would take over our soul and the things that would sit there and watch whose spirits are these and who God is this. Do these still go to churches? These still religious people? Do they go to the mosque? Do they say, I believe that Elijah Muhammad is the last witness from the Most High God? And for Muhammad, Master Fra Muhammad, I bear witness that he said Elijah Muhammad, something like that was the last measure, whatever way it is, whichever way it go, it's still wrong because you got 20-year-olds talking about they bear witness to something they wasn't even born for. That's a lie, and they say it out loud all the time. And I'm like, how is this possible? 1933. I looked it up. That's what it said. 1933 is where Islam came in. Where they Islam came in, the nation. So listen, I'm not a religious person. So I went to church, and Lord said, when 2020 came, everybody got out of church, and everybody was supposed to stay out because when they close it, if the Lord don't close nothing that the Lord represents in the Messiah of the healing part of God is the healer do not close itself and tell the people to get out. You didn't catch it. Well, they said watch it on TV, so I did. Sometime I did. As I had a wonderful church that is right around the corner for me. It's very convenient, and it was a Caribbean church. I loved it, and I had a very beautiful pastor and his first lady. I didn't know much about church, and I knew it was a business and to a degree, but I also knew that this is where you hear the word of God if you need to be around the same like-minded people. It's an organization, people. They have their own community. They got their own friends. This is like you go to school, you pick your friends, you got your little main ones. These are your peoples. If you go to another group and you meet people, if you're not in school and you go to the gym and you get a little gym fan and a bunch of girls or whatever you get, and you're gonna meet some other people and y'all hit it off real good, then now you got your gym people and they got a certain type of flavor, and you find out you got a flavor like them too. Maybe you didn't, but you find out, oh, I'm discovering myself. I learned something new. No matter what you playing, you're gonna find everybody's a part of this system. And to be outside of this system is people that talk like me. Our job is to wake you up and say, stop listening to this garbage because it's ruining your brain and it's gonna take you down faster than you can watch your eyes blink. Now you don't want to believe. I'm not gonna believe that. I blink my eyes and I still okay. So you're gonna get taken down because you ain't listening. And when you do, you're going to see how many. Let me tell you what's going to get taken down, your own spirit, because you're going to look at these people that you be praising and all these celebrities and these stars, and you think it's so amazing when you find out about your family, Frank and Ben and Shani and them, Tiffany, Tanya and Andre and Mick and Mike. When you find out about all these people that wasn't living right, and this is Auntie Sue, Auntie Sam, Becky and Lisa and them, when you find out that all these people that wasn't good and these people was living an uneven life and they was doing something incredible that the rest of the family never knew. What was these people doing? They was playing in dark arts. And what you mean dark arts? They got books that they shouldn't have. They got forbidden things that they doing to people that they shouldn't do it to. And they hit one of them with a forbidden, like she was a forbidden fruit, and they knew about it and they still took a shot. And they bet it at all costs. They did everything to make themselves miserable that they didn't know. Okay, people, when I said make yourself miserable, yeah, they know. But everything you did, everything you wish, everything you still do, if you don't know what's going to happen to you, that's what's going to happen to you. Just to say, that's what's going to happen to you. Whatever you wish, whatever you did, how many times you wish for it, how many times you was evil, how many times you wish somebody to be alive and to bury them underneath the dirt and to put them in the dark and take them to the swamp, or you go to the grave, whatever your people do out here that you've been doing. Secret societies, y'all. People trained these monkeys to do these things, and they was monkeys that's flying, and they jumping everywhere, flying away, and they got bats with wings. And you looking at these things, you said, "Where's these things coming from?" The system that's broken, that taught these broken people to do it to who? Their own people, their own women. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. That was your brother. That's your cousin. That was your people. I'm not even there. We work in the White House. I'm hiding over here. I live in the countryside. I live in a rural area. Or you live on the countryside. I live in the suburbs. I'm on the suburban side. I drive a suburban. I don't mix with you kind. Yes, you do. You hire us. And our idiotic people, our men, get on their knees and shine their boots and mess with their cucumbers and things like that and do strange things. And then they come to us women and challenge us as they would never challenge another man that said, get on your knees. I'll make you my, and then send you back to your woman and make you believe that she's something that you can say, she's beneath me. Okay? I'll send you back to break that woman. This is what our men get trained to do. So when you don't understand what these women is doing, these women and men get trained to break each other so they could come back in the community in the world to break us. And then they said, well, we a group. We ain't going to break each other. We need to break them out there because they can't come in, because we make kids with them and then we leave them with the kids and we pick other families and we join our own family and we kick them out because they can't come and sit at the table with us. And when you get your mind and you think about what table it is, you're not going to want to go to their table, young people. Stop raising your hand all the time because they put on gold chains and they got nice cars and they get to travel around. These people are scarred. They are tired. They don't want to do half of the stuff. They are signed by a contract agreement that makes them, and they scared of that demon because that demon will come and will do. If you don't give it what it wants, it's going to take you. So yeah, you get in, it ain't get in. You blood in, blood out. Yeah. Even your own. Now you part of a system that didn't like you in the first place, and you the first target to take your own family bloodline out. We're smart down here. We got smartphones. We we watch Love Jones. We up in we up in the heavens. I made it. That's how you feel. I made it through. I never would have made it if I didn't find my way through. I thank God that somebody was sitting at the seat. Somebody touched me. I'm not talking bad about you people. I'm saying there's good people out there, and the good ones got to make the bad ones sit down, because it needs good people to be in those seats, because these clowns been screwing it up. My family, this world is finished. We had enough of them. Sin has runneth over. It has filled the brim. It is too much death. It's time to be cleansed. Look, in Genesis. Genesis is the beginning of your genes, of your genealogy. Whatever it said about Genesis, that means your genes is the beginning of your essence. In the beginning. I'm not going to read all of that, because everybody know that it made the lights, heaven and earth, and then it was day, then it was night, then it was light, then it was this, then it was that, and then about the seventh day he took his rest. Mm, mm, mm. I want to read to you in 1 Genesis 26, where it says, I'm going to read to you. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to explain what the hidden words is saying for those that are in religious mind and don't want nobody to declare it or to say anything, declare anything up, not even a brain. They won't even use it, because it said, don't let nothing change your mind around and say I'm not who I say I am. If anything says anything against me, it's a lie. Well, according to you, I'm going to expose you, because that's what I'm here to do. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to read it to you. And God said, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish in the sea, and over the cattle. Over the fowl of the air. I'm going to read it again. This is 26, people, of Genesis. First Genesis 26. Verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image and our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing and creepers upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Listen, he them. He created male and female, he them. Pay attention, because that means that they was already doing things that they shouldn't have been doing. They was breaking the law even back then. This is why we got confusion of sexuality from these men and women, and these men and women with they same children. Now we see it's worldwide. They all got down. This is what they cast down. This is the beginning of sin, because they introduced it when they wanted to introduce this book, because them is they that created he them. That's he them, he men. Amen is to stay hidden. Amen. Amen. Is an occult. An occult is to stay hidden. That doesn't mean you are doing anything spiritual or religious practice. To do divination is to know something about yourself. But if you're doing things forbidden in the darkest way, it's forbidden. If you're doing it on someone that is not even in your lane, you are out of your jurisdiction. And that's why all of you people, every last one that knows each and every one, no matter how big you are, if you're a politician, even if you're a superstar, every last one of you that joins into a system that hurts an innocent woman with children, and all of these people can get together to harm a woman because of her belief is her spiritual religion, and she's supposed to freely have her right, because they said religion is a free will and it's supposed to be respected. So why is mine not being respected out here? Who is your people that don't care that a woman is fighting by herself, that y'all wouldn't even stand up and say, wait a minute, that makes sense? Who's this person fighting by themselves with a whole goddamn system out here? And what's she supposed to do? Tell us how to see, because these people don't want me to share. Let us make man in our own image. You know what that is? That means mankind, kind of a man, not all the way, not almost, somewhat alike. Not quite. I read it to you. I showed you the attributes of some of these people. Now, when you go back, I hope you listen to it. So when I read it to you, you can see why we in this mess. They already was lying from the beginning. Let us make man in our own image. Who was they talking about? They can't be talking about one. It's many. Let us make man in our own image. All right. So he created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. We did. Male and females, women created he them, which is she in them. She and him is little girl, little boy. Who does that? Woman. This is why this God did not like or love women, because we give power of life, and men cannot do that. Only us women. And this God is a lie, and I tell you why. Listen to me, my little earthling childrens. Now, it says, and multiply and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish in the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. Which tree yields seeds? We do. As women, our children are seeds. The same way trees, we plant seeds that grow on trees. We get an apple, you get a lemon tree, but we also plant seeds. Pay attention, keep that in mind. As yielding seeds into all to you all. To you it shall be for meat. All right, let me go back so it can make sense. Okay, this is 29, people. Genesis 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which the fruit of the tree yielding seed, to you it shall bear meat. Excuse me. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. All right. Everything from the beginning was healthy. It was no fast foods. It was no nothing. So only thing they can play with was people. Why? Because they can't. They had diminished. They had not diminished. They had dominion over the lesser people that was made. They said, "Let us make us." So we are the littlest people. So if you ever understand that it is giants, and those giants still live today, whatever they told us about 9,000 to 6,000 years they've been living in all of that, that's still true. So whatever this book said that you think that is gone, remember, we are back in the future. We are in the present. We are in, listen, we are in the back in the future. We're in the present, and we in the future all at the same time. Why? Because they bought everything and mixed everything and brought everything all in at the same time. So some of us that was old, our spirits is renewed. That means that some of us is giants in our spirits, and some of you is little, and none of you never grew. No matter how tall you are, even if you set 7'2", if your spirit is small, so are you. All right, so you're just a small spirit with big feet and big body. Let me read this to you. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And even the seventh day ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. For the generations, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth when we were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field was grew, and the Lord said, had caused it to rain. Okay, I'm going to skip all that. All right, so after you get past that, number 6, it says, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the ground and the face of the earth, and the Lord formed a man. This is 2:7. Unfinished 26 was, let us make man. Number 6. Number 6 went up a mist in the earth. Number 7, this is chapter 2 in Genesis, verse 7 now. And the Lord God formed a man out of the ground and breathed in his nostrils, and the breath of life, man became a living soul. And the Lord planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, and the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. All right. The tree of knowledge of good and evil is in the midst. The other one is in Eden. He put in eastward in Eden, and there is put a man whom he formed. Okay. Out of the ground, the pleasant sight, the tree of life, also in the midst of the garden. Okay, both of the trees was together in the same garden. All right, so good and evil, the tree of life and the tree of good and evil. The tree of life. No, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And then you just got the tree of life, and then knowledge, the other tree is good and evil. So you have the knowledge of life. You can eat from the tree that give you life. What are you people if you're not a tree to be planted, to make roots, and to be able to bear seeds? This is talking about our genealogy. I don't care how they try to use it and tell us about a tree, and I put a garden over there, I put something over there. It was made to confuse us. I'm telling you where the lie starts and where the truth begins. You don't want to know that part. You don't want to know what world you're living in. Anyway, I'm going to go to 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took his rib and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God have taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto man. And Adam said, this is now my bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. I see something with this part. First of all, we never came out of a man, because how come we still making babies, and how come we still have little boys and girls coming out of women? Now, order for this to sound like it happened, listen, it could be different scenarios to this. But one thing is certain, according to the story, Eve had two children. Mm. Took a woman. Okay, let me continue to read before I say anything else to you. Okay, now 24. There shall be, there shall a man leave his father and his mother. Now, this people was supposed to be the first people, but not really. But according to it, Adam and Eve were supposed to be the only people. But listen, it said, let us make man in our own image. That's let us make man or let us make men. Either way, it still sound plural. It's still plural because that means it was other beings because nothing is made that is not made. If it's made through the spirit, it will be made right anyway. But whatever's in the spirit form, it has to come down in the physical. Whatever is loose in heaven is loose on earth. That means when you dream, you are in your own heavens. So whatever you dream in, if you can make your dream come true, they say, oh, I dreamed this, my dream came true. Is that a dream or is that something that really happened to you? You have to bring it out from there to make it visible. So he shall leave his mother. Who was his mother? Where's the father? They was the only two. I gotta tell you people, something don't add up. That's what you should be thinking of when I'm reading it to you. So if you ever read it, the man should go and cling to his mother and father, should leave his wife. Who is you leaving to if you're the first one? What example are you saying that to? You didn't have kids yet. All right. Anyway, let's listen. All right, 25. And they both were naked. The man and his wife were not ashamed. Wait a minute. This is funny. I didn't even catch it. All right. I gotta read this because that's kind of funny to me. I didn't even catch it. I'm going to start for 23 and go down to 25 before I get to 3. And then y'all just got to hear it. All right. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they both were naked, the man and the woman. No, I did read it. Okay. They both was naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. Now listen to that. That means that they are unaware sexually to be lusting after each other. Lust did not enter. So when we watch our people in our history, and you watch them, and especially from the people of our land, and the women's breasts is out, and they got their, their little bodies covered down there with a tree or whatever it is that they use, leaves and whatever the case is, and the men likewise the same. Use some type of leather or some type of tree leaves or something, bamboo or whatever they use to cover themselves. But the women know that their men is hung low, but they're not in lust because they see the beauty beyond that. It's a time for that, but it's not looked at like that as it is right now for us. That's what we see. We see lust. We see beauty. They taught us to look at each other in the wrongest way, to misuse our own body parts. Now, since they wasn't ashamed, that means that they are innocent. Pay your attention there. So when you understand where innocence come from, that means when you're unaware, you're not aware. I'm gonna make sure y'all aware. I'm gonna make sure of it. So when y'all be like, I can't, I don't think, I don't want to believe it. She's lying. I'm gonna make sure you say that you're a non-believer because that's the only thing you'll be left to say. I want you to say it, or you got to be able to say, I see how they was tricking me. You don't want to say that. I'm telling you that they was tricking us. I'm reading it to you. All right. Well, don't listen. Now the now the serpent. Now the two of them, they ain't say nothing about no serpent being alive and none of that. But down is another one. Now this is where they sin and say, well, you need an enemy, you need something to stir up the pot. This is where the devil sends his seeds at, and I just read it to you because they have to mix with humans. Catch it, pay attention. Now the serpent was more subtle, subtle or whatever you call it, than any beast of the field which the Lord God has made. And he said unto the man, excuse me, he said unto the woman, and he said unto the woman, ye have God said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Now, it's not even real conversation. That means you've been listening the whole time. Because it says the serpent was subtle, and it said to the woman, yeah, have God said, I'm just saying ye. The ye is yeah. Okay, it's like yeah. So did God tell you that you should not eat from every tree? God told you that? You shouldn't eat from the tree of the garden? And the woman was like, no. But I'm going to read it. It says, the woman said unto the serpent, we may not eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the garden. God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall we touch it, unless we die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God knows that in the day you're going to be, your eyes are going to be open, you're going to be just like a God, knowing good and evil. You just going to know what's going on. You just going to be aware. All right. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes. You see these eyes? It was pleasant to the eyes. It was pleasant to the eyes. Mm-hmm. She saw something that looked like how we look at men and we see they eye candy, and the men look at the women. They be like, oh, she's candy. That's tea. That's goodness right there. Ooh, I know. I'm going to get that. I want that for me. Pay attention. This is going way back now. So you got to catch up because we at the end where we at now. This was taking us all the way from there, forming us what they wanted us to be. The base, demonic, backwards minded, low minded people where we can never reach ourselves consciously. Because if you ever read this Bible and ever knew what the hell I was saying to you, surely you would stop paying them. You would not do the things that we are doing today. We would stop going to the entertainments. We wouldn't entertain them. Why? Because we understand this is what Satan is, and they tricking us, and they selling us poison. You must be somebody's teacher because you sure wear glasses. You sure look like one. You talk like one. Are you a preacher? No, I ain't nobody preacher. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nah, I don't like to be nobody preacher preaching on the pulpit talking about nothing. I'd rather teach you something so you can think for yourself, and then you can teach yourself to learn about something. That part. Preaching is just talking about trying to make you feel good. I don't want you to feel good. I want you to think so you can understand why you're being misrepresented by poison that went out through the earth and why everybody keeps supporting it. It's wrong. I'm telling you, spiritual law is in effect. This is a lie. I'm telling you the truth, how to see it. That part. Now, okay, so the tree of life in the midst and whatever, and then the serpent told her that she could do it, it ain't gonna not happen to you. And when the woman saw that it was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired, the tree, listen to that part. I'm gonna explain it. The tree to be desired. Now, which part of us? We got trees too, but so do the other one. They got trees too. They trees come with a bush just like us. That's why that tree can enter into the woman. Why? Because we have, all right, I didn't continue, so I'm just going to move on. And the eyes of both of them were open. Wait. Hold on. Okay, they did eat, and the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves. Something is missing that I did not say. Um, all right. That won't eat, and the woman saw, and she desired to make one wise. She took the fruit and thereof and ate, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he ate, and he did eat. Okay, that's what I was missing. All right, both of them took part. So we can understand where sin came from, people. You have to understand where the beginning, so you can understand where we're going. If you don't understand why they was tricking you in the first place, so they could tell you what is the biggest sin, I'm gonna read it to you. And the eyes of both of them was open, and they knew they were naked. They had sex. Okay, they had intercourse for YouTube. This is educational purposes only. So they had intercourse, people. How I know that? Because they knew they was naked. Lust was there. Let me read it to you. She partook into something else before Adam. They had a threesome. That's what happened. This is why threesome still exists in all of these other polynamorous and what you call it, menage a trois, multiple people. You call it not. It's more than threesome. When you have foursome, then you just have like all out like orgies. Those ones. This is all of this that came from there because they blame a woman. Listen, but Adam was the man that knew everything first, according to the scripture. I'm just telling you how they lie. First of all, women can't come from man red unless you're doing something that God said not to do, because illogically, that's not even possible. Logically is impossible, and illogically it can't even happen even if you thought about it. That means you're using spell work to do something that's impossible. That's why it's forbidden. So people that's doing things just because man is making up stuff, and they say, well, God wouldn't have made it if he didn't want us to make it, then it's not wouldn't have been everything. No, some things that's being made that men should not do and women should not partake in, because it's not natural for us to do. Just because you can do and you can create something, if you're not creating something that's in the order, that is a principle, and it's permitted to be of the righteous use for the greater good of other people other than you, then it will be permitted. But if it's to design to encapture or to demoralize a race or to distort any of a people, such as more than just you have done an abomination. Because who told you to break an order? Because it's something out will, I do what I will, or whatever that thing is, Alistair Crawley type of mindset. The bane of existence of a disgrace of even being in the human race. Just because you can do it, you shouldn't do it. Just because you could change your parts, just because you don't feel like a man, I want to be like a girl now. I'm jealous of them. They get too much privilege. They get to do a lot of things. They get more power now. I hate them. So you go and sleep with their men now and let them go back to their women, knowing that the men really love the men now. And the women the same. They play with the men, but they really love women now. They go to break the man's heart, to break his spirit, because he know he only looking for a woman to make him feel stronger now. But then he crushed his soul because she leaves him and goes to a woman. Do you see how they try to break our souls? If a man can crush a woman to be with another man and to tell that woman, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help who I am. I'm always like, man, oh, I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know which way I wanted to be. I didn't know how to pick and choose if I like being, in a submissive way, in a doggy way. But I'm sorry, I was in an abusive way to you. I didn't know how to treat you, but I knew how to treat this man that looked like you, or I knew how to treat a masculine and give authority and be respectful to another man if they use brute and principle. So I need a woman that's strong like that, but I want them to look like a woman, and I want to be a woman. But maybe I'm a man, but when I'm with a man, manly man, I play the woman. Listen. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you, these people's there to break our goddamn soul. Because the strongest thing for a woman that loves a man is to find out that that man is being with another man, loving him with all his soul, and then tell that woman, yeah, I love him, but make him believe, but love that man and giving him all your essence. And that man is embracing it and making that man with your feminine energy, giving it to another man. Do you know how that could break a woman? Do you know how that could break a man? Because how you competing with that? I want to compete no type of way, even if it is just with a woman, and let alone with a man, with another man or a woman going both ways. At some point, listen to what I'm saying to you. I too had experience. I could have stayed that way. I didn't. A long time ago. I really, that's not what I want to do. That's not who I want to be. I'm not. It's not for me. That means that what I'm saying, people, that means you have the ability to change, to do the right thing, to nevertheless after the same. Once your spirit said no, that goes against me, maybe because I'm different than y'all, but my spirit didn't allow me to do anything that was going against the Most High, so I couldn't do it anyway. So I couldn't. So I didn't. But what I'm saying to you is, I still had a choice, because that doesn't mean I could have went against myself like I did many times in different areas of life. So when you're going against yourself, that means it's telling you not to do it and you still do it. It's telling you not to do it and you still do it. It's telling you not to do it, you still do it. Whatever that is that we do that we're not supposed to do, and saying don't drink that, you're not supposed to eat that, you're not supposed to have that, you can't have sex right now, you gotta wait 6 months, you gotta wait for a while, you just gotta goddamn wait. You like, I'll do like maybe like 3 months. I'll do that. But the other two, all right, maybe I may do 5, but I ain't doing 6. And you should have waited, because it says, listen, let your body wait. You said, well, I don't want to wait. I want to still, it's too long. So you find yourself being impatient. Is that the Lord's fault? Because the choices we made, that we made in our mind to say, this is it. This is who I am. This is who I'm going to be, because I'm comfortable here and this is what I like. I don't like women. They don't do nothing for me. My mom was this. My dad, he was this. And I grew up like this, playing with my friends, playing with my little brother. My brothers used to play with me a certain way. I used to play with my sister a certain way. We did some things. Incest come from the home, people. Yeah. That means that you can outgrow some things if you do. That means you don't have to stay like that. So if people stop crying over everything that happened, that doesn't mean you had to stay. You accepted it, and you believe that that's all you can be, and you became the lesser part of your own self, and we did everything that the Most High said not to do. And we did it loud, and we did it nice, and we did it freely. And then we used that to break and hurt people, because if they ever knew that I like little boys and boys do these things to me, or I hurt little girls or I hurt women, I use them to camouflage, because I don't really know how to treat a woman, because I never had a woman to show me. My mother or my sisters was not that. My father did not show me how a man should treat a woman. I saw abuse there. I saw love there too. But I heard arguments, I saw things. And then I saw when my mother got strong and she said, I'm putting up the deuce, because if you're going to keep doing something to me and I'm scared, and then till you get scared no more because you're thinking about your children, and you're like, I can't be scared out these streets, and I got my husband, I'm living with my husband and my children, and he's out there somewhere with his mind thinking that he should hurt me, and if he hurt me and I let him, and I leave my kids with this person, what did I say? I won't be able to protect them. I will have to grow some spirit in my spine. Do you understand what I just said? Do you see how my posture rolls? Do you understand what that is? When you think about something more than you, it will give you the spirit to stand up to fight for somebody that didn't really know. They don't really know better. Who will protect them? I will have to do something. I will have to be their protector. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you do something like that, give you a spine. I saw that. I said, yeah, she did that. And she raised all 5 children. People that got 7 kids, and everybody don't grow up the same way. Some people don't get a parent to teach them that way, to have principles, morals, be respectful. No, they sweep it under the rug, manipulate people. Yeah, just act like, just, sister and brother, you did something. What you did to your brother? Your brother did what? You find out that they screwing each other. People is in the bed together. They doing all kinds of things. People that grew up together, and people that had a lot of kids, is a lot of incest. I guarantee you it is. Do that mean the kids is bad, or that somebody teaching them a certain way? It's nothing for them to do but to bond with each other. Babies touch themselves down there because we discovering something. We're not even thinking about lust and bust and nothing. We just touching. I got a pee. This is something I can touch with my hands. That's what little boys do. As babies, when they discovering themselves, when you change them, they want to touch. They feeling themselves. They want to be like they discovering. That don't mean they being fresh. Would you say that? No. Why? Because you know that's innocent there. It's pure. When your heart stay that way from a baby and you stay that way as an adult, you were made to be that way. You was born that way. So I'm saying I'm still, and I am still of pure. And so is the daughter that I raised. Now, people think about everything else. Well, you don't date. You're overweight. You don't look cute. That's why you think about all the things that's not important. It's important to the world. It's important to your eyes. If you got a person with a good soul that will never do nothing to block your eyes, well, that's surely something to worship, to be appreciated of, something to be thankful, because you don't get that often. That don't hit your life. That don't come in your life often. That's once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime, you can put yourself in a coffin. Okay? Listen, because of that, this is why we in this mess today. And their eyes were open, and they knew, okay, they knew they was together. In the cool of the day, they heard the Lord say, why did you hit yourselves? From the presence of the Lord, amongst the trees in the garden, they hit themselves, and the Lord was like, Adam, what did you do? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked. I hit myself. This is 11 people, Genesis 2. And he said, who told you thee of the, wait. It said, and I said, and he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Who told you was naked? Did you eat of the tree where I told you not to eat? And the man said, which is Adam, the woman you gave me. The woman you gave, she gave me the tree. And I did eat. She had that tree too. And so did the other one. But only one of them got pregnant. I don't know. They don't say. They just said they put it on Eve, but it could have been a woman. Could have been 2 women. It could have been. Because where did lesbianness come in? It could have been a man. But according to them, she had 2 sons. Cain and Abel. It sounded like it was 2 women. I'm just saying. That's why at first I said it sounded like it was 2 men but she got pregnant. And she was the only one, according to the story. But either way, they don't like to use. They had intimacy. This one, he got with this woman, and this what happened. They skip over a lot of women. They skip over a lot of things. Even when it comes to Jesus, he was born. They was following the star. Then he became 12, and then all of a sudden, at the age of 33, his life was over. What the hell just happened there? Mary Magdalene, you find out these people, and then Elizabeth and Mary, she the baby leaped out. That's not what happened. The spirit of God. The same way how I'm talking to you, if the spirit that's in me will leap out of me to leap into any one of you of my words, whenever you hear it, you should hear something that's beautiful. If you can hear that the Lord of the Spirit is behind me and I'm saying something that's correct to you, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the Spirit leap into you. And then you will understand what happened really with Mary and Elizabeth, a spiritual baby. Is to be reborn with a spirit that's renewed, that will jolt you up in life. Something that make you feel something, that make you feel real in this life. Adam also did, man, okay. On to Adam and what his wife did. Wait, I skipped. Okay. And cool. I said it was good, and the woman you gave me, and the Lord said, "Well, how did you do this thing?" And the woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I did eat." And the Lord and God said, "Because you did this, you are cursed above all cattle." This is to the serpent, because the serpent deceived and interrupted what was naturally permitted for the use of why God told us to live. This is why everything has to go back to the beginning, because these things was introduced to interfere into why we have germ fear, warfare, all kinds of AIDS out here. This was to distract the use of whatever the principle that we were supposed to live. But because of these curses, these things had to happen because disobedience was entered there. Who did the disobedience? The watchers. This serpent was actually a being of another form of race, and it introduced and intertwined with the humans. And this is why we are punished, because she knew certain things is forbidden that we should not do. Y'all don't want to believe that part? But you see curses and things today, right? Okay. I'm making it up. Nobody want to listen in this life? No problem. And he said, because you did this, you cursed. Yeah, he was cursed. Satan was cursed. What is it at? Okay. Yeah, Satan was cursed because he said, well, God said, why did you do this to the woman? And he said, and to the woman, she said, oh, he deceived me. And then to the serpent, he said, because you've done this, you're cursed. You are cursed. You are cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon the belly shalt thou go, and in the dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. So where can that beast go that all the cattle and all the beasts is on the earth where we eat meat? Do you see what they do to us? I'm not going to get into it. Let me read it. So, okay. And then it says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. I will put enmity between the woman and between thy seed. Between thy seed, that means the man's seed, and her seed. And her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow. Now, listen, women, so we can pay attention to why we the way we are today. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. So when we get birth and we have birth pains, listen, so you can pay attention. When you bring forth, and you bring sorrow, wait, I will bring sorrow, thou shalt bring forth children, and the desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And Adam, he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree which I commanded, saying, you should not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and also thistles shall bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was taken, for dust thou art, unto dust shall return. Now thy face shall eat bread. Now these people care about money, and they call money bread, because God said, thou should not live by bread alone. The real, they still got to tell the truth. It's two gods, and one of them is righteous, and one of them is a woman. But they're not going to say that. It's disguised in he all throughout the book. But he is actually she, but she was the reason that we got deceived, because they needed men to be mightier than us. So that's why our men, we look up to, pamper them, and worship them. They want many women, because in the book, the way they made it, Solomon had many wives, 700 of them. So it seems like men could have many wives, and women have to be submissive to one husband, which is not the order. Women don't need to have many husbands either. But if it was so, it would be righteous. If the order is proper, the woman can have many husbands, and they can have one wife, because that one woman can have babies by all of those husbands, because the men can still get babies. Either way, it's not permitted, because they still got to tell the truth. You should cling to one. Leave your mother and father and go to your wife. That means to go find that woman. That woman needs to have her own for that man to go find that woman. She should be, or he should be able to give her a home that both of them can endure together. If that man don't find that woman's worthy, women have to find our own worth, because this one told us to be submissive to a man. And that's not putting your men down, that's putting the order right. Because this God down here deceived us and made our men look at our women wrong, and our women looked at ourselves wrong. So we see each other wrong both ways. We was told to look at each other wrong. You got to listen to it. It's curses from the beginning, because they did something sexual, did something in a way that was forbidden. This is why we got cast according to this beast that God said, roam around and go find the ones that's deceitful of me. And so, if there are many of you that fit this description, I'm talking to you. You have to want to get out of the chain, and if you can't, then you are the problem. And that's why this little Satan, the little joker could take you away. Yeah, because you was disobedient. You had a choice. You could have went the right way. You heard what was happening. You know what happened. You heard what happened. You know what happened. Y'all want me to talk about this shit every year. I love her. Murder. What's his name? Uncle Murder. But anyway, y'all know what happened. Y'all heard what happened. Y'all know what happened. I've been reading this thing, and I've been telling y'all this for a little while now. I must still tell you the same thing. You must wake up. You must break out of the chains. You want a system to lie to you, or you want to be freed with your brain. You want to be able to say, I know the truth now. Y'all was telling us this Bible. Y'all was making us read it the wrong way. Then it can explain why why Cain and Abel didn't mesh. Why was jealousy there? These are the curses. This is why some of our sisters and brothers, I got a sibling. Everything that's in this book, I'm experienced it. So it's like, if you ever read something, you're like, this is my life right here. I went through that. I experienced these things. I can see myself everywhere. I see how you gotta be, how you gotta hold things down. How is our family affected from the beginning? We was lied to now. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to wake up, because if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. You don't want to be. You can still be a kid, but still be a grown up. You can still be sensible and still have all your donuts. I don't know what you want to call it, but you can have your marbles if you got them. You can be a little crazy. They want to be crazy. I can be a little crazy too. You think I care? No, I don't care nothing about you. I'm going to read where your pain is at, the pain that you caused, how you lied. I'm going to say it. Why? Because I know. Do you have any remorse? Did you? Did you have remorse when it was your turn? No. I come to tell the truth. I came to let you burn. Yeah. Yeah. Man, listen, this is the greatest thing. If y'all ever alive at this point in this time, this is the greatest time in our history that we can be able to be ourselves. Why? Because somebody beat and got out of a system that was trying to beat it and change my mind about who I am and why I shouldn't love myself. Because you had everything that happened to you. You got stepped on, you got put in fires, you got burnt, you done fell down, you scraped yourself. Everybody turned on you. Nobody liked you. Everybody put somebody better than you. Everybody said, "Yo, it's it can't be you. Is it anybody else other than Queen? Why can't it be somebody else? But you still got to say my name. My name is Queen. It's one of me. Queen of Fataria. Yeah, that's me. I'm a chosen one. I'm chosen one out of all the chosens to lead our people to free, to make our mind to be free, not to boast, but to say, yeah, because we need somebody that's bold, that's going to tell the truth. Oh, I don't need to apologize to. I don't need to apologize to none. You see this thermostat? It don't even work, just like the rest of you. And said, "What you mean? Oh, you got jokes? Oh, you got jokes? No, these are not jokes. These are truth. That thing don't work. It's supposed to tell the temperature in the house. It's the same thing like you. Y'all don't tell the temperature of nothing. Y'all make things up and you lie about it. And sometimes you got to do magic just to get it right. You see, we don't need to do that. We just need to believe. Believe that it's a power that says go. And I'm going to tell you how to speak, and I want to make everything all right. Or your job is to trust in me. Now tell all my people. Let me see how many is going to be straight like me. Who's going to be fearless? Who's going to speak like me? Who's going to tell these people to go sit down because they was making fun at me? Who's going to speak? Where's my kids at? Where somebody pick with your mother or your father and they make fun, and do you not beat them up? When you was a kid in school, and be like, "Oh, you said something about my grandmother. You said something about my mom. You call my mom a crackhead," or whatever the story is. Everybody goes wild for their mama. Yeah, for their dad. They be like, "Oh, they used to have about my dad." Be like, "Why you talking about my dad? It ain't that live." But it should have been. But no, everybody knew it was live when you talking about their mama or grandma. The grandpops could hold themselves. But for the women, it was like, you ain't gonna, You see how that go? That's how I feel about the Lord. They feel that way about their little joker, that they'll bet their life at all costs, all the way to the brim. I'll burn my soul before I tell all the sneakiest things that I've been doing. I'm going to go to my grave. And the Lord said, uh, you mean the one that you made for yourself? You think you get to pick how you're going to go out? You think you got that much control? You don't. Let me tell you how it's going to go down. Remember everything you did and remember how long it took for you to do it. Remember if you didn't care, how long you didn't care. How old are you? How long did you stay the same? Let me tell you how you're going to go through it. You're going to look at yourself. You're going to remember everything you did. You're going to remember the times that you didn't care about kids. You're going to remember the remission, the things that you should have did. You're going to remember you should have cared about a heart that cared about you. You're going to remember the times that I sent somebody to be soft and somebody to be tender with you. All the times that you did and the things that you did to poison them, put them in a sleep, the things you did to take pictures of them to say, "Oh, surely I got them. I'm going to use this to blackmail them." You see, these are the people when you want to get in their houses, you want to go play in their lane, you want to go to their parks, you want to go swim in their gym, you want to go do all the things that cause pain. And nobody knowing, they said, "Wow, this is Sin City, the best city that ever came." You got so many of them, Hugh Hefners, all of them that was doing all the wrong things. So many of them across the land. You even got them in Arabia that's doing the same thing. They going to get our American women to dance in front of them. "I've been dancing in private for money." Listen, this is the time when you're gonna feel like you said, "Well, who's this one that's picking on us?" If you dancing in private for money and you've been shaking your rear end, I'm telling you that if you did a lot of things strange for change, but you got your soul, then you can get out surely. You can ask the Lord to repent Don't do it again. That was something you did. That was something you used to be. You're not that way again. You can move on. I'm not making fun at you. I'm making fun at the things that people think that this is all you was here meant to do. I can laugh about that because if that's where your mind is at, then you can't get mad if I'm telling you that you could be better than that. You're like, no, I don't really think it's nothing left for me to do. Cause nah, cause nah. Well, I'm just saying, women was not made to be submissive to our husband, but because of these things, that's what it is, and that's what they said. Because of a good man that went wrong, because of the company that we keep. Be careful. You got people that go in the kitchen, they cook your food for you and they can't cook, or they doing things to make you feel in love with them. You like, oh, you're the best thing, you is pumping. And then when the spells wear off, you realize they wasn't pumping at all. It was an illusion. I said what I said I am. I don't have to make it up. I don't have to make believe I'm here to do something. I'm here to wake you people up because that's my assignment. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. Everybody got their job in this world coming. They say, oh, my career, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm just doing my job. Well, guess what, baby? I'm just doing my job too. So if you don't like it, so that's too bad for you. I didn't tell you to make a choice. You made your own choice. You did what you wanted to do. So if you pick what you want to do and it don't work out for you, how is it somebody else's fault that thought about themselves to say, I need to make a better choice because I see how that worked out for such and such, and now I see how it worked out for me. It didn't work out good for me. I don't like that. Yeah, it may have worked out for them, but not for long. I don't want that to happen to me. I want to change. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That means that you can change because the enemy got everybody by the balls and by the grip and grab us by the pananis, our pussycats. Okay, like how Trump said, I grab them by the, you understand, and I grab you by the balls, by the meatballs. So if we could grab each other by the pussycats and grab them by the meatballs, surely someone is going to fall because that hurts down there. I was playing with boxing biddies up there. I was boxing them and banging them up. If you ever get somebody that busts you up in your breast and is a man and do kind of things to you and don't cherish your body, don't think about you on a higher level, maybe because you don't either. I'm telling you, I didn't. That's why I'm by myself and I'm able to think much clearer. When you spreading your seeds and you're sprouting around like juices like watermelon, anything that got a lot of water, anything that got a lot of water or juice, whether it's watermelons, lemons, or oranges, anything that got a squish for a squishy. When you do that, ladies and gentlemen, but mostly our men, our women, we are doing that to ourselves. We are letting out your own powers, your own source. The men's know it, so they'll drink it up. If you in a polygram, is those men's like the other men's and the women's know it. And the men's accept that the women go both ways. They feel glad about it. They're not thinking of it on that level. They just thinking they getting their groove on, but they understand they doing sex magic. They talking things to each other, promising all kinds of things. You're making contracts and you're breaking contracts. So when that contract is broken with the chosen, that a contract that was interceded by someone's of a mishap, however many of you did a grievous act that caused a shift in the land, whether you see it or not. Watch in your households. Listen to the rain. Listen to the things of the water. Listen to what happens underneath the ground. These things will come up because why? Your people was out of order. Why? Because you touched the Most High's daughter and you shouldn't have did it. And I did tell you And y'all didn't listen. This is not I told you so. Ha ha. I'm not doing that to you. You know why? Because children is in a balance. Lives are getting lost because you wish loss on this one's family, the ones that she loved. You took that for you took that as a game. You thought it was fun to watch her, to have her lost. Those are many that joined in to a system that did this to many. And how many of you that thought it was funny, that knew me, that thought it should be ha ha hee hee hoo hoo, it's okay because you went cuckoo, kiki, hoo hoo. It's not funny now. Now it's scary. Oh, something is, I hear something. I'm hearing ghosts. Something is knocking down. I can't sleep. I'm seeing things. Yes, you will and you can. Everybody else thinking, I ain't want to say nothing. I'm scared. I wish I never. You should. You should. Because everything that's connected to everything that's corrupt, that goes against the corruption, that intercede in God's blessing and whatever God's plan is for any one of our lives, but in personally mine. I gotta say that I'm not the same as any of you, and you came back to get me. Why? I'm not messing with you. I don't study you. I don't look you up. I don't get no readings on you. I'm not thinking about stopping nothing in your life like you did me. I don't care how many of you I walked away quietly, peacefully. That's what I wanted to do. Now, since you disturbed me, since some of you say, well, we want to disturb her peace, I bet you in your highest mindset that you can have, you wish you didn't, because now you don't know what you did. You awakened someone that shouldn't have been awakened. That's I don't think that's what y'all wanted to do, but you failed because that's what happened. Because that's what stupidity do when somebody's sending harm and evilness when I'm not evil like you. That can't work. Why? I'm already ahead of you. My spirit already grew up. It already got better than what she used to be. That means I outgrew most of you. I outgrew all of you. To say it in plainly, that means I took my time to learn some things about loving myself when people don't love, they cause more pain. Hate begins hate, and shame begins shame. Somebody threw too much dirt on the Most High's name, and they did it to me. And so I'm saying to you, shouldn't have did it. My bloodline stands for something. It's called principles. It calls some things that these people will make you do. You want to drink blood. You want to do things and hurt children, innocent babies. You want to do things to animals. You want to cause somebody to go crazy. You want to have all kinds of things. You have people that's in the entertainment world, that's in the system, or just want to be part of that world. I can't wait to be famous. I can't wait till people know my name. Well, why would you want somebody to know your name? Why would you want to know? You don't think, oh, nobody gonna know that I'm a deceiver. I'm a low down. I don't cook. And so I got a girlfriend. Don't even wash your hands. Who is you that don't wash your hands and is a prima donna? And these men gonna see you and they gonna be like, oh, she grew up, she fine now. She better now. I'm hoping that some of you women learn something about yourself so you can sit down and think about why you should think about raising your bars highly after a man, after chasing after somebody, and you so crazy you do anything to hurt yourself or to hurt somebody from having a new beginning. You don't want somebody to live. You don't want somebody to win. I don't want nobody to be happy. It's winning what? Themselves? You don't want somebody to be happy with something about that they did something with themselves. They came out of the rut. And most of y'all that know me, family, y'all saw me. I'm saying this is the way you gain something for yourself. You gain your integrity because the Lord said, this is what I like to see. Somebody that's just doing it anyway because they know what it means to me is to do it the right way. Even though people not going to like you, even if they try to take you out, even if these people try to spite you, you would still stand up for me. Even if these people try to take your life, you would still boast up for me. I said, yes, Lord, I will. I'm going to tell the whole world about you so they can see what you did with me. How you strengthened me in all the things and the battles and the things that ships that came towards me, the things that knocked me down, that rolled over me. I'm going to still say that you got me up every time because you said I'd speak for you and you prayed and scream my name forever nice and loudly and boldly because you carried me, Lord. And you said, where was you going? I said, this is too much. Is this the way it goes? Say, yes, this is the way it goes when you want to honor me. And I'm going to watch them how they honor you. If they don't treat you good, then they don't love me. Don't accept them. They not allowed to come back until they apologize to me by coming back to you. Yeah, people. This is not a growling time. This is not, well, I wish I don't have to get on my knees. I'm never going to confess to you. You should want to say to the Lord, I did the wrong thing and to the wrongest person that came to show us love. She was there for me. She was a friend. She took care of my baby. I slept in her house. She took care of me when I was pregnant. She was there to help me to push. She was there. She was a good friend. She was a mother. She was a sister. She was a cousin. She was everything I read in a good book. But I hurt this one because I didn't think that she should have been the one. I didn't think it was the truth. I didn't know. I was an unbeliever. I knew something was special, but I wanted it to be me, so I became jealous of her. Men and women, these are people that did these things, and I'm telling you, I don't care what somebody do. It's going to hurt. You could cry. Get back up and remember the reason why. If you didn't go through nothing and the Lord didn't put you through the most, that means that you were supposed to be, you was made to go through the most. The rest of the little jokers, they didn't know. They was like, I don't even know who you is. I don't know who y'all is either. Glad to meet you. So if you glad to, if I'm elated to meet you. I didn't know that that's who y'all all was. Eastern stars, warlocks, people that play in the dark, you mirror magic, candles, and things like that, and still choose some things to try to throw darts at me. You should stop. I'm telling you, the more you do, think about what's happening to you because everything you're doing is what you're doing to you. So if you're getting rituals done, that ritual is being done on you. That means it's going to backfire. I'm telling you, I'm returning it to sender. That's how I like to do. So if you think I don't, oh, she don't have no she can't beat nobody. I don't fight for much, but I'll fight for this. You came against something that me and the Lord don't play with. It's our peace. That one, speak of whatever that one say, that's what it is. If you don't do the right thing and you don't do the right work, nothing that you people did, if you don't do nothing good by me, nothing good will happen to any of you. I said it. And I ain't taking it back because I ain't got nobody to apologize to and nobody to back me up except for the good Lord and it's me and my spirit that represent me. So no, I will not apologize to none of you because if you did the wrong thing and you connected to all the things that went wrong, all the things because of you people is going down and everybody's being exposed. Why? Because you came against this one and you made me see you because you did things to me that showed me what you're about or your attributes. So while you study me and was looking, let me see, she do this and she move like that. Let me see how, and while you're having your, I'm saying to you is, you're going to want somebody. You're going to wish you didn't push this one out. You're going to think about, how do I get in God's good grace? Because when there's no grace and the lights go out, you're out. No protection. So everything you keep doing and it backfired. You ain't got you ain't got none of your family members. You ain't got no, your spiritual team. You know how I know? Because they with mine. They join forces. A lot of your family members join forces with my spiritual team and my family. So those are mine. And they said, we don't mess with the little jokers. The little joker came and did something to what? One of the great divine. And they did something to who? This spirit down here. She did nothing to no one. She's a beautiful soul. Do that means your people like, you imperfect, you used to fight, you used to do this. I remember going to the clubs with you. I remember going to the clubs with you too. I remember I used to dance and I still know how to dance. I just ain't going to dance with you. But the point is, I don't do it because after a time and period, I had a good time to be detoxed from this world, to say what it is to come out of the world, to not to be of the world, and to sit down separately. Don't go to their clubs. You ain't entertained nowhere. Y'all can't take a picture and say, I caught you somewhere. You would have to make it up. Yeah, you got to lie somewhere. I saw your daughter. She was doing this. She was on the table. You would have to lie again right there. Now, if you say my son, you might have some way. I don't know. He's different. He's out there. I don't know where he's at, but he's there. So I got two kids. You could tell when your kids, somebody's into the street, they more into the world. They know more street slang. They know about that world. Then you got the other one that's a good girl like me. I don't know too much, but I know enough now. Now I know about both worlds. So when you get enough strength and you look at your kids and you see yourself in both, then you find out that you're the middle, you're the balance of them both. How can you not be able to see that the things that this world is trying to do and trick you because it's telling you, look, your kid is going right there. They care about this world. You better pray. You pray. One day I pray. But if you astray and you keep going that way, I'm going to let your hands go, people. And people think, I want to see how she feel if it's one of her kids. If she knew one of her kids there, if you guys like this and everybody want me to feel, y'all all wanted me to feel. Listen, people, you ever had a person or had people that everything that happened in their life that you never did, and somebody put all your girlfriends, people you met, whatever they went through with their relationship, if they man treated them like that because they knew spell work, they put that on you because they want you to feel. So that means that you're going to have a girlfriend to do all that to you. If you, whatever you wanted a man to be perfect to you, to be faithful to you. He knew you was faithful, so he wanted to cheat with everybody and everybody he was happy and laughing with. But those same people you laughing and jocking with, they do not love nothing about you. They like you to stay right where you are because the true love will let somebody grow. True love will let somebody be. You can love them free. You don't need to do spell work. You don't need to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let somebody love you naturally if they do. If they find something special about you, let them find it in you. Don't do something to make them to bend somebody's will. That's wrong. That's not permitted. It's not to bend someone's will, to make them do something other than what they normally would do and how they normally would feel, to alter that. And you getting away with it. And that man is just eating it up because he don't know that you put things in his food. You put things in his drink. He do the same thing, but he don't think you doing it on him. He has no way of thinking. He thinking we cool as peace. We good as pie. We good like each other alibi. We like snake and date. We like flow right in the night. Whatever you want to call it, hustle and flow. We got each other back. What they call it, thick as thieves, or Bonnie and Clyde, whatever you want to call that. I'm all that, but I'm a righteous ride or die. I'm not riding for nobody that ain't righteous. Ain't nobody that ain't earn it. And something in life didn't make me earn it to be better for somebody to say, if you want a man, you got to change. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm not looking for a man. I'm saying be whatever it is because when God is making you, that man is going to see a woman. This is what it is, ladies. A man's supposed to see a woman worthy to want to change his ways, to see himself in a more better way, to see himself in a more of adult, to give himself a chance to say, I had something that was good for my health. She was there to help me. So if she did, even if I can't get back, can I make myself to say I deserve love? And now I know to give love back by being loved gently. I don't have to play games with someone because I seen how that hurt me. If you didn't go through the hurt and it didn't pain you in a way, then you didn't learn nothing. You need pain to change you because if that's the only thing that can get you to sit down, to be respectable for the things you had sitting in front of you, if a lady ever love a man, if a woman ever say, you can have him, he's not good enough for me, you can have him, I don't want him, he's not good for me. He's too blind. He can't see. He's not right for me. He's not even man enough. I don't want to get married to him. You can have him. You can do what you want to do. Don't call me again. And you get a woman, or you ever hear a man say that about a woman, that man is not it. And neither do that woman see that man as that. For a woman to say that in the young mind, as such as a young mind can be, that woman don't have no idea. She's thinking, you just don't see. But that woman seen. And what she saw, she don't like, but she sees something about that she can't do with nobody else that she could do with him and get over him, because the way he love her, he'll do anything, beat a woman up for her. Those men is crazy. Not because they crazy. Those men is possessed. They're not in their right mind. No man should want to hurt another woman because her feelings got hurt. That woman should be a woman enough to speak to that woman herself. If your ladies cannot talk to me and be able to be a woman to say what's wrong, let me tell you what happened to me. I went this way. This is what happened. This world don't love us. It will make us do everything to go the wrong way, to make us hate, kill, destroy ourselves, even our own family. Because of what? For the greed and fame of money, to have a lifestyle that will make you less, even more than a dummy. Why? Because they send you a handler. You got to have somebody to handle you. You can't be walking around thinking on yourself. You need somebody to trick you, to mold you into something. They try to do it. They sent one, and it was incredible that I beat something that was stronger. I had defeated the devil now itself. Now, when you give defeat Satan, people, for the ones that don't know me and the ones that want to know me and don't get to know me, you should want to know me up there. You should want me on your team. You should want me out there. It's things I see that you don't see very clear. And whatever you want to do, don't give me no bull crap, because I'm not going to settle, my dear. I'm not going to give a little piece of crumb cake and give you a little piece of pie. We give you a little something that hush you up on the side. I'm not hushing for nothing, because now the noise is so big, you made it a big thing because you yelled too loud when you should have did the right thing. You should have found something safe to do and sat down and thought about who you're hiring and what people you're hiring on your team that works for you, because the system is corrupt. It's corruption is hiding. It's going to be too much. You have to, family, get rid of your families and point them out. Put them out or make them speak to change. If you're the difference, make sure that they're going to speak to you honestly. Make them say who they call their father. Which one are they saying is the same as them that calls their name, that walk and sit among you? They sit around us. They eat your food. You go to their cookout. You be dancing, girl. They be talking to you, man. You ain't thinking nothing about it. Come to your house disrespectfully retarded until somebody got to snap out of the spell. Once you start snapping out of the spell, because when you get a twin flame or a soul flame as a coming into a new era, the difference is you get a whole different mind perspective, and you start to love yourself because of the things you've been through. You said, Shirley, I'm made to go through stuff because I don't know how I got through it. You have to be thankful for a power that's resonated greater than you. This is 4 hours, people. I gave you 4 hours. You better read these things. Go back and hear some things. Go back and see how much pain this world has changed. And think about all the things that the person could do when they sit down and want to stick you and wear white coats and tell you, let me tell you all about you. Why you here? You got pain. Let me make it right for you, my dear. Oh, you got knee pain. You need a knee replacement. You need a hip replacement. You can't move your hips. Let me tell you, I put something artificial in it. It will help you to move your hips again. If you trust me, I'll do it for you if you help me to win. I'm willing, and much of you is willing to trust me. When you're on that table, you don't know what the hell they doing to you. You don't know who's over you. You knocked out. Some of you. Some people can hear because they don't knock them out all the way. You don't know if they put in anesthesia and how much it is. But either way, you in what they call it, a rushable state. Kind of, even if you're not, but I'm not in a coma. I'm just on anesthesia. I don't give a damn what you want to call it. You are in a vegetable state because you are unconscious and you can't hear and you don't know what's going on, for the ones that can and the ones that don't know. You got things being planted in you. You being taken to another part of the hospital you ain't never saw. You find out that all kinds of things has happened to you. You can't even know what's going on. Your mind is asleep. You can't even dream about nothing. You don't know what's going on. Something stronger to take over your mind and your body, because the things they give you, this meat that they give you that you live for, they be putting all kinds of things, feeding us back to ourselves, and yet say we love this country forevermore. This system needs to fall on a face and crack their face first. So when they neck fall off, they just be a hangman with an empty face. That's what you need to see. You need to take the Statue of Liberty, knock that thing out the sky, beat it up, let it fall down all the way down to the bottom of the sea. Let that thing melt and dribble away. Whatever needs to happen, it needs to get out of the way because guess what? That one markets women like me, and they call us hair lots and holes and prostitutes and things like that. And these are the things that the men get together and they draw alumni, they do fingers and symbols and things like that. I don't know how to do none of that stuff because I don't rock like that. I don't got to. What I'm telling you is, you're going to need somebody that you pushed out the way to get you through. You're going to need somebody with a good heart because of all the ones you stepped on and all the ones that looked like you, they was just like you. And you said, well, a little bit, this one is changing. She's different. She got a type of spirit. And you want, listen, um, one of these people, Grace or whatever, you sending somebody that's checking on me, whoever's in competition, you can't be in competition with me. You thinking about the things that I don't care about because everything I need truth. Do you have that on your side? Because if not, then you can't possibly be in competition with me because there's only one of me and you don't know everything I need to know. You don't even know how to lead the people in a way. You got to study me. Y'all got to use AI. Y'all got to do things to copy me. You can't copy somebody that's original because you can't be original like me. You got to be able to do this and be like that. You have any given goodwill to be able to mimic me. You can't. Because why? Because it's not part of your history. You're part of my story. So if I was you, I would listen. Very nice and loudly. No, I'm not bragging and bolding. What I'm saying is, I'm here to wake up our conscience. That's something that was already emboldened in me to speak aloud with a conscience, with the truth. That's better than money. That's more than just power. And you said, if you want power and you want authority, I'm just saying, people, it was another way. If y'all could get everything everybody want on both sides, the little joker and the big joker. If we wanted to get things on both sides and we both could do it a different way and we both could get what we want, and if we knew we would do it a different way and we could get the same outcome what we wanted to get, would you take it? Would you listen? Would you try it? Or would you say no, because I want the power. I want everything to be looked at this way. No, it needs to be broken down with the truth to say we did not know we have to steal from this land to steal regular to steal the humans so we can experiment on them and then make a secret with the other people and be like, shh, listen, we want to borrow some of your people because we need to study them because we need to fix our race because our race is dying and we ain't got enough life. So we need some of your life to help reproduce our life so we can sustain. And if you keep this quiet that you saw us, we'll give you position of power. All whitey mighty. All whitey, almighty whitey. That is why, for people, if you don't want to know, how come the lesser race out of all the race, the Caucasian race, get to rule? Because they saw something that they wasn't supposed to saw, and they was all the way in the cold region, all the way in Antarctica, doing stuff that they was already doing secrets and looking for stuff, and they finally saw something that they discovered and they saw. So they was like, damn, they saw. So and it was like, damn, so what we gonna do? Like, I mean, we don't want them telling the world. I mean, what they gonna do? We got ships, we got all kinds of stuff out here. We gonna give them position of power, make them think that we gonna teach them our technology, and we gonna teach them a little bit, and they gonna feel like they won, and that they know what they doing, and they gonna try to want to drop our ships. They gonna try to study us, and they gonna feel like they got a one up because they able to talk to us. We able to wear their suits, come in their military, and sit at their tables and drink their juice and wine, and be able to have some of the adrenochrome a little bit, get a little red in us, get somebody blood in us, and get some cheese and crackers and some grapes and stuff and chop it up. Wow, you're causing pain in our lives down here because you want to keep a secret for them to rule over us so they can feel important. that, oh, if this secret ever get out, why you think it's so many veterans? What are they fighting for? Who they fighting with? Why? For power, authority, because they seen some things that y'all better want to sit down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You want to sit down. And I'm going to close. I wonder why sometimes, and I just be to myself, sometimes I make up songs and it just be there, but other times it don't. So let me see. I wrote one. Have you ever had a dream so real, a dream that makes your heart wanna heal? I'm gonna say it again. Have you ever had a dream so real, a dream that makes your heart wanna heal from the scars, from the pain, from the stars. Then when you rise with shame, when you rise and you still feel shame, and then to dream that you woke up again to heal your scars, to heal your pain from the ones that cause you pain. When you can heal your scars from the rain, from the ones that called you names, then you see that it is you. You have to believe that there's something in you that you have to hold on to. So then when you see that it's you, have to trust in you. You said, Lord, why did you choose me? What did I do? Said you remembered me as I remembered you. You called on to me as I called on to you. You remember me. You joined on to me. You fulfilled my authority. So I said, this one is made for me. She is mine. She's one of me. She's the thing that I love. She's a part of me. I gave her love. And I gave it to her to give it for all of you to see. That the love that I gave, that's a part of me. This the love that I made for all of you, so you can see the love that I have for you. So if you ever dream, to ever have a dream, to make a dream come true, and then you find out that you are your own dream. I'm my own dream. To be your own dream come true. It's something that only the Lord can do. The Lord that can do for you. Something that can make your heart heal. Something that makes you feel. Someone that makes you so real. Something that makes your heart wants to live. Something that makes your soul sing. Something the Lord said, you have made me smile proudly. I love you because you adore me, not because how perfect you are, but because how honest you are that I did it for you and you take none of the glory for yourself. I said, Lord, I would not never, because I could not never do it without my ancestors and my spiritual guides that worketh, that watches over me. I can never take the credit. You see, I couldn't mislead you people. This is a miracle and a happening. Where I'm at don't mean that's where you're going to be. It just means that's where you at for now. But you don't even imagine I can. I don't know what the Lord got, but I know that the Lord's been good to me. Show my people how to believe. Why did they give up on me? Why did you stray? Why did you go away? Who told you to go outside? Who told you to use your body to misuse your body that way? Who told you to do all these things? Why didn't you stop? I try to tell you, it's germs, there's things out there that don't want you to be in line with me. This one, it's not many I'm thinking about. If the Lord don't send and say, get this one, I'm going to send this one to you. Whatever the Lord send, somebody has to be strong enough to say, that's a queen. I'm a king. I belong with that one out there. That one is meant for me. I would work for that because that means that you could do something. That's not working, like getting a job and paying with dollar bills. This is something that you will want to heal in your heart to say, I'm deserving of love because I've been broken and scarred. Someone out there is surely is one that this one will not hurt or fly. Her spirit is not there to deceive. She's holding herself at a precious spot because she's not made like everybody. She's doing the work for God, for the Most High. She can't share her body with just anybody. It would have to be prescribed for the special one. It would have to be the one that the Lord said, this one please me, because this one will take care of you from every ounce of his heart. This one will be an equal because you have a balance. Somebody's on your time. Somebody helped reach that level because they saw how you shine. They saw how you hold yourself up and how you strengthen yourself from behind, from many lifetimes, from the times that you came and you still stood and you still stand like this and you still care like this and you still smile like that. You still smile like this and you still laugh like that. You still smile even though you've been broken, but you've been healed. So you can say forevermore, the Lord is great. For the mighty battle, the Lord soothed the brokenness in me and said, you are sufficient to speak for me. For those that's been broken, lead them back to me. You don't want to be part of that. You don't want to be part of that team. You don't want to be with this queen. That means that everything the Lord made, that means, wait, okay, everything that the Lord made, that means it's sufficient for the time of the hour. That means it's something brewing in the spirit. It's something happening within this hour. That means anything is good that the Lord made. That means it's sufficient for all your needs. If you catch it, you get it in one time, in a lifetime. I don't want to miss nothing that's meant for me. I'm speaking to those that speak like me. We don't want to miss nothing. All our chosen, all that getting for all of us to see. We have something that we don't got to do, and we don't got to ask nothing. We ain't got to go and search and find. We go within and get everything, and we use our mind. Why? Because we love ourselves. That's what you can do each and every time. I love myself enough to keep going, to keep going. I had a wonderful person, Cal, if I didn't speak it from the beginning. Thank you for all that praise for me and that praise and say, Queen, get up. You got to keep going. Somebody help this one. I'm not looking for a handout. Someone should come to me. Why? Because where knowledge is, people pay for that. I didn't even sell you nothing. I listen. Y'all thought I said a lot because I talked for a few hours. I did. I said some things. I didn't share a lot of nothing, no more than what I say, and I say a lot less than I know. So either way, that means that you should want to come and help me. I'm going to figure it out, but I'm going to tell you something. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to know if your money can't save you and you need a spiritual protection. When you want to know a spiritualist, because that's the way you get through, because those are the ones that God said, this is mine, this is my spirit. So if you ever met one of me and I didn't sound like I should have sound, maybe I started off talking about the things I've been through in this town. Nobody want to hear that. Everybody been through that. Why would we listen to you? You will want to listen because I could save your life, and that money can't do it for you. So that's the difference here, because everybody telling you how to speak to AI, how to be something and be a robot, and a robot could fix everything for you. It could do this, it could do that. You could just be this. Why can't you just be yourself and be able to speak your own true life? Why do I need to be programmed? If you don't use my formula, if you don't be, this is for a lot of people. I don't need a formula. That's for formula people to sell something. I'm not selling nothing to you. But if you want to buy something, that means you're buying and investing into your life. That's what you would do if you did anything for me, because you'll be investing into your future to be able to see your lineage to save your own goddamn life, because this world can't do it. Who you going to pay to buy it? Who's going to do it for you? Your people at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, your neighbors and all these people. I walk around. I could be in danger. I am. That means that you people, the one out there, if it's a woman, which I am, and I made it through so I could talk to you out there. And Lord said, what you, I said, Lord, I'll do it. You could send me wherever you go, wherever you want me to speak. I'm going to tell the world that the Lord is good to me. The Lord strength and mighty in battle. What is that strength that is mighty in battle? That means that strength that you have, that means that you are backed up by a power. You can't feel that charge. You don't feel that strength. You don't feel the sense of authority of being able to use your mind and say, the Lord has strengthened me. Surely for something is preparing me to be. Who is this one that's put this fire in me? Listen, other half, if you don't see yourself in me, or the other half that's out there that's meant for me, surely it's going to be an imposter that's going to be after me, but surely it's one that is made that changed their life because they heard a person or saw something about me or saw something in me. If you're my ex and you are ex for a reason, you X yourself out because you couldn't hold on to nothing, because you didn't see nothing amazing. If you gave up too quick, if you wish that you didn't and you wish you could hold on to something, you should do something to change yourself quick. You should think, let me get myself together. Let me stop playing out here. Let me start finding out that God made somebody for me and they made me hate that about me. They made me want to destroy that. Why would I destroy that about me? Even if you was a friend and you took yourself down, I'm not going to laugh at you people, because you already made yourself clowns. So what I'm going to say is, after you finish being clownish, you should want to think about, if this woman is doing this, let me start loving myself and see how a man would deserve me. If you got to practice, never mind. You got to do this for real, and it got to be done for free with yourself. If you're going to invest in yourself. I invested in me. What that means I went back to myself. I love myself for free. So if you mock me, if you was a person that I spoke to and then you did me back to me, let me tell you out loud. I need to put this on wax so I can tell you out loudly. If you could do me back to me and you show me the things that you said nobody in this world couldn't show you, nobody could say the things that I can say, because nobody can contest it. You say things nobody know. If I said it to you and then you tell it to somebody else and everybody else is listening to the person that said it, and I know who I said it to, I only said it to one. I don't know a lot of people. A lot of things didn't be known about me, but I said it to the one. So if you watch me from the dirt, from the bottom, and you watch me change and grow into myself, you don't want that one. You want somebody else. You want a different color, another nationality, something that sings a little bit on your level. Somebody that talks your science. That's okay, baby. All you got to do is be honest. Anything that's after me, other than me, is number two. It's not even number two. It's beneath me. You still didn't grow up. You have to raise your conscience because you're conscious of your own self and knowing that what type of life you were living and the lies we was told would make you see life different. The things you feel, if you feel bitter and hateful, you would not feel it. I promise you. If you learn to love something about yourself, to say, you know what? I don't have to stay like this. I don't need to be mad. I understand my life is going to change, but these are the things you did. No, nothing you can do to stop it. If you put something negative in the energy to someone that don't deserve it, I didn't deserve it. I did nothing to that. The something that is working for someone that's working for the Most High, that's sent to wake us up. Why would you want to hurt me? I'm not here for you to like you and for you to fill my cup. I fill my own. So therefore, I walk alone and I stand alone. And I am. That doesn't mean I'm going to remain alone. Something and someone is out there for me, the right people, the right family. I don't need to know how. I don't even know why. All I know is that whatever it is, I know to hold on because there's a power inside that said, I don't forsake my righteous. It's that part. Anything that's more powerful than whatever it is that you want, that you can get, I got something that all of us need, and it's called the truth. The truth is power, it's money, it's everything there, it's honor there. It's the truth. We've been lied. So if I'm the truth and everything in our existence was made up, you don't want to get to know a person like me. You don't want to hang with someone like me. You don't want to marry a woman like me. You don't want to know to be a sister with me. You don't want a friend like me. You don't want a doctor like me. You don't want a lawyer like me. Oh, you don't want a scientist like me. You don't want to cook like me. Whatever you need at the time, you may need a father. You may, and if I came across and I said, but you're not a man, my spirit is enough to give you the love of whatever it is to endure for such a time in an hour. Whatever it is, the Lord made me sufficient to fit our needs. And it's something that can't quench our thirst, but it's something that every last one of us need. And we all pray for it and we all talk about it. And some of us say we want it, but a lot of us ain't really about it. We ain't really about that life. We just want to look like we are. We want to sound like we are. We want to act like we got it together. No, I'm nice. I'm really nice. I don't do witchcraft. I don't witch things. I saw you. Oh, but I changed. So if you can change, so that means that other people can't change too. Yeah, you can change, but what you changing into? And if you still go in a competition trying to go against me to see, well, I'm gonna be a race. I'm gonna see if I can get your man back more than you. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna make sure that you don't find love. I am love. I'm already made with that because I came from the Messiah. The Messiah is made of that. But if you ever test the power or the strength of love to change anything about it, then it's a different type of power that can hurt you in a way where it's not trying to be hurtful, but I'll hurt you with the same type of power of my honesty and the love and the light that it brings. It's the same power that will bring you the truth, that will melt the bones off of your skin, that will skin the skin off your bones, and then you feel that you're naked. Just like I read in the Bible, it said, how did you know he was naked? What did you do? We cheated. We caused a great abomination of sin. This one is able to see us and blow up a cap off all the way back. Who is this one that don't show mercy and have no love? This one will put us in a battle and put us in a pool full with blood. I will. And I ain't got to do nothing to you. I'm going to tell you about you. I just did. So you can see yourself loud and clear. Who am I? Who do you say that I am? I'm a mirror. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm either your love or I'm something else. But either you, whichever way you want. In a spiritual sense, I'm your best friend. Or you could get in. I can love you for life, or I can love you or you be loved to death. Either way, it's up to you. Which one would you want to go? You shouldn't have woke me up. You played too much, but I'm glad you did because it woke me up. Now, who the person that woke me up? I hope you watch. That means that you are able to overcome and leave wherever you at from that spot. You must want to grow to see yourself to say, I do deserve a love. I know that I did all these things wrong, but if I could ever fix what I did, it's to get out of your head, get out of your ego. You would have to be somebody in this life, men and ladies and gentlemen, empresses, and divine masculines, divine feminines. We would have to speak the things we came from so the Lord could be resonated all over this earth. People, I'm going to point you to the right direction. You must want to listen. Your people don't listen to nothing, and y'all go to the games and shout for nothing and leave the same way you came, broken with nothing. You didn't get anything. Your cars, you had to pay to get your cars to go into the whatever it is at the parking garage to get your cars put in. They won't even pay for you, but you go to see them. That's something that you can do for the people. I'm telling you. So if y'all people up there and y'all can see me, y'all can hear me, this is something I'm telling you. You can surely make sure that you look after your people in some type of way. You don't want to? Never mind. I'm not. I don't go to your games. But I'm saying I can still look out for my people that do enjoy watching you play these games. You see how that go? I can still love to do something for somebody else or to want something to get something. You should want to get something for something that I'm giving to you. You want to invest. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to try, at least. I told you they lying to us. You don't want to listen. The Lord said, I'm not finished. I don't know. I think we should all want to listen. I'm not better than nobody. I'm better than me. And I'm better than the people that thought that I shouldn't be better than me. So, if in that sense, if I think I'm better, then I would say, yeah, I'm better than what I used to be. I love myself. I'm more confident. I can stand. I can trust the Most High. I can trust that my collective family is watching over me. Well, I hope that I help, and I help somebody to wake up to understand that the world that we knew as it was is no more. It's time for a spiritual law. You got to know the rules. Anything you can say will be used against you in a court of spiritual law. Whatever you do, be ready. If you want to go, I'm going to let you go. Start, do something. I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just not going to play games. I'm just going to walk right past you. And that means in a physical, mental, spiritual sense. Either way, it means I'm not paying no mind. I'm not trying to argue and fight back with people. I don't need to. When you grow up, you realize, I outgrew that. I don't want to hurt nobody. I like to smile. I like to be like this. And then, so guess what that's going to do? Oh, she like to smile. We're going to do something to break her smile. We're going to have to break her down. That means that if you can't hurt the Most High, which you can't, then that means you can't hurt me. You can't use death because then, so I'm still here. And that can't stop me. So anything that the Lord got his hand on, death can't do. The Lord said, no death or harm should come to you if you're under my care. I'm that. So what do you say you is, and who do you play with? Because mine is the big joker, and it wins all the time. And I'm not here about winning. This is not, your people want to win a race. Whatever you want to win, I'm winning myself. And I'm doing it at my own pace. I'm healing as I go. I'm being strengthened as I know. Do I need to be perfect? No, I need to be righteous. That's better than being perfect, people, because somebody wants somebody. But if you could get somebody that's honest, unconditionally love you just because, adore everything about your support, willing to hang out, do whatever you want, and have fun doing it. Know why? Because this one is what love is. It's not a rush. It's not something that's to make somebody do something. It's to love somebody enough to let them take their time to be careful so they can understand how to preserve what they lost, if you ever lost it, if you ever get something back and you ever want to start something, you said, well, I never had a chance with this one. I never learned nothing like this. I never had nobody to give me a push that made me want to be better than this. When you find a queen and you want a crown, you said, I'll give her everything. She stood out of the crowd. She's sustaining herself. She's not willing to settle for just anybody. She needs a king, someone to see that I need to rise and be able to stand next to this queen. All the other things about looks and all that stuff that could be fixed. You can't fix your spirit. That you can't pay for. You can change your body parts. You can change your features. You can put a box of makeup on. You can even put the longest colorful hair. You can put blonde hair on. Whatever you want to do, put your long nails on. You want to look like that. You want to put a tour hat on. You want to be a witch. You want to look like that. You want to be somebody that looks like a mermaid that been scorned. These people are water creatures and something, or you people that's been playing in the waters, going around the bay, going around in the woods, hanging by the swamps, down by the lake, going in the graveyards, doing strange things, taking body pieces out, doing things to the grave, doing strange things that you shouldn't want to do. Now you crossed the line. Our ancestors, if you did to anybody in my family line or in anybody line that you shouldn't have did, if you did it before it got to me, you can't do it no more. That's the end of your days. That means when you say game's up, game's over, time's up, that means you lose. That means it's not about losing. It means that you got to sit down because it needs another one to rule. Because if you've been ruling wrong and you've been causing the most harm, then surely it needs a physical feminine touch. That means something, someone that needs to be soft enough to understand both sides and rule with authority of fairness, balance, and truth. That's something this world don't know nothing about, and you put it in the school books and make us pay for things that don't even make sense. That's not even true. Christopher discovered Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1842. What? The date might not be right. Don't worry about that part. It's the point that it discovered something, and you was no, why was people here? I just read it for you from the beginning. Let us make man in our image. That means it was people here to redo us in this generation. Let me tell you. uh, be prepared. We are not the only race that's on this planet. We are not the only beings that look like this. It's other beings that look way different than us. And if you ever saw them, you do like Independence Day, think that, let me go hit them and beat them up. That'd be the last thing you did. You're not going to want to do that. Don't attack nothing because it's different than you. That's what they did to me. My religion is different. You can't tell me I shouldn't have my own principle. You can't have your own rules. You can't go against the grain. I go to every grain that I got to go to. If it costs me, if you're going against my name and telling me I can't be who I am because y'all don't want me to speak, because I can't exist, because I put you in shame, then too bad. And so what? Then so be it. That simple, like that. Yeah, I'm that one. I'm like, oh, she look like she's play for fun. You don't want to play with me like that. That'd be the last thing you want to do. Yeah, I'm not a sucker. I'm not somebody to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be in a little girl's crew. I'm gonna talk behind your back, but don't say I said it. Don't come to me and want to harm me if I did nothing to harm you. But if you did something deceitful to me and you did things to mean, take that. Understand why you should change and say, you know what, you didn't deserve that. Because then you can't make your heart to be clean. So if you think that you can go out, I'm gonna just skip this part. I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm, excuse me, take it to my grave. No, you won't be going to sleep that way right away. You got to think about it. You did everything out loud. People that's doing the wrong things, if you know that you're the loudest mouth and you did the most crime in your life and you did all the filthiest things that you can even think of in your life and you want to keep that a secret, but you got the biggest mouth, understand that you are going to be exposed in all your darkest secrets. So whatever you grew up in, whatever happened in your home, in your child's life, I don't mind somebody digging my backyard and go in my garden. Do it. You want to question me and say, God, listen, the Most High still made me to believe, to be righteous, to be right, to love myself because the Lord loves me. So I said, if the Lord has given me her best, why would I give myself any less if she didn't give me the things that I wanted and I kept praying for it? Surely the man or whatever it was that I was asking for wasn't right for me. The Lord don't tear herself away from anything that's peaceful and good and loving and share the same energy. It just don't. But if the Lord ever separate you from people, let yourself be separated. That is good for your protection. That's how the Lord learns. That's how you learn that the Lord loves you. If you don't know that, then you can't respect that. You're going to go run back instead of letting somebody heal all the way to properly receive you. Don't take me to McDonald's. You want to go to the Outback. You want to go to some little what's they got? The little garden. Something garden. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Spring Garden. You know the restaurant, the pasta garden, Italian garden. I can't think of it right now, but I just know it's garden. But either way, any one of those little things, don't do that to me. You would have to court me in a proper way. Give me everything that I am, everything that I'm standing for. If I'm standing for you and I'm fighting for more, then you can't settle and think that, well, I'm going to do you something little because I don't really got. If you really don't got, then you should wait till you got. And you don't have to have money. You need to have something that's better than that, that the Lord say, I'm going to give you another shot. But you better be pure. You better be right. You better want to be genuine and say, I want this one. I understand now that I need to break generational curses because this one is a balance to me. If you don't see your other half, to see that energy of somebody that's not scared to be themselves and say this world been tricking us for centuries, you don't want that one on your side. You don't want that one to speak to help change something because your curriculum that you've been using been breaking us down inside. How come you say that? How come you could talk bold like that? How come you not scared? How come you don't wear no hat? How come you didn't get in the club? How come you didn't get in? Why you didn't lay on your back? For who? I don't need to get in that way. I got my soul. I'm not selling out. That's what you need to know. I'm about this life because I lived it. And my life is the Bible. And I could teach it to you. But I'm not going to tell you nothing because I've said enough for you. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this time. Because when I go back and I'm going to listen to it at some time, I'm quite sure I'm going to crack myself up. Some words, I either talk fast or what, but either way, I'm being myself. I'm not trying to impress nobody because I'm impressing myself. And the impression that I'm giving is enough to make somebody want to wake up to say, this world is tricking us. Why don't you listen to the message instead of looking at, oh, if I'm being funny or not? I'm being myself because half of this is ridiculous. You should want to laugh because if you got and did some of these things like I did and you got out, what's more important? You being a certain way or you getting out and making it out alive with your soul intact in your right mind. And it didn't touch you because you had a protection and a power. Because you loved yourself, you were able to get through because you have to love yourself enough to listen to when the spirits is talking to you. When you got good people talking to you, telling you you can stand. I'm praying for you. You can run no matter what you've been through. You can get up. I've seen you do it. You was made to go through something. You was made to get up. You was made to save others because something about you the Lord trusts. So who are you that don't trust something that the Lord says she is? And I said, who's going against me? I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a hurting memory for your head. Don't do it. I told you. Bye for now.